There you go. There you go. Right here. You good? Can you hear? Can you hear? Put the ones in the chat if you can hear.
What's going on, everybody? Crusader Nation in the building, man. We back at this thing again. We promised y'all Friday night live Q&A. So here we are, man. You know what I'm saying? So everybody
Brandon
to be
was good. Oh, my bad.
Oh no, you good. Go ahead.
I was
You
just
want to
saying
shout them
what's
out?
up. Had to see my boy Brandon. Was good, baby.
Yeah, we in this thing, man. For everybody that be asking us questions and all that stuff, man, just the opportunity, bro. Y'all gonna get the cam up, pull up tonight. We're gonna post a link in a few if anybody want to come up and ask their questions, or if y'all want to ask them in the chat, hide in the chat, then we might answer, we might not. Just depends, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna try to answer as many of them as we can. But as of right now, man, make sure y'all tap that like button. Y'all already know what the quality of the content is gonna be. There's been a lot going on. So yeah, we open to everything. Oh, you got anything?
I appreciate everybody for pulling up. For those of you who just left IG, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Like we said, we're gonna make this every Friday thing, as much as possible. Whoever we're gonna do it with, whatever we're gonna pull up, we're gonna do our thing. We're gonna answer all these questions that we can't get to typically. As y'all know, the questions from Patreon, they get answered on the podcast. If you're not a part of Patreon, y'all can subscribe. Start off at $2. That's $2 a month. You get the episode early. Sometimes you get some extra content. So yeah, show you love, show you support. Outside of that, if you're not on Patreon, we're gonna try to get to you when we can on the Fridays. So, but appreciate everybody for pulling up, man. We appreciate the support, the love that y'all show when y'all sharing y'all stories, Twitter, TikTok. Like we see it. We see it. All the comments, everything, man. We really appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Yeah, that's real, man. So we're gonna get this thing started. I mean, without further ado, also housekeeping as always. All merchandise that you see, these hoodies, these jackets, these hats not there yet, but they gonna be back soon. We just trying to get a brand new shipment made. We're gonna make them slightly different next time. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an upgrade in quality. So when those is ironed out, then we're gonna have those back again, as well. But everything at crewseason.com. Make sure y'all tap in. If y'all ain't, if y'all been trying to figure out where can I get a t-shirt, where can I get a hoodie from, that's crewseason.com. We appreciate everybody that done tapped in with us already. And again, man, this thing gonna only keep on glowing up. Pardon me, I'm getting tongue tied, glowing up. And that's where we at. So as far as getting this thing rocking, man, it's gonna be free flow, rapid fire. If y'all got questions, now's the time, man. Now's the time. Hold on, let me
If y'all
post
ain't
a
listened to
link.
Larry yet, make sure you go listen to Larry. That boy just dropped the album today. Woo! Woo!
That might be top 5 Larry right there. Now that I'm sitting
My
there
boy
thinking
Larry
about
did
it.
his thing, man. Tyler Creator dropped too.
Oh, Tyler Credit did drop.
I think he did. That's what I was told.
Uh,
I ain't checked it out yet. But DJ Drama dropped too. He dropped the whole album. He got a lot of people on there. A lot of people. He got Wayne Ross, Jeezy. He got some dogs on there.
Okay, I gotta check it. Tap
on
in.
I ain't heard all of it yet, but
and I'm at the tap in. Camera, what up, G with the fireball? And you have a question, just showing love and giving y'all boys the flowers. Major love from the realest city in the Midwest, St. Louis, man. Salute to the Lou, man.
Appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, big dog. I know some real ones from St. Louis, man. It's always love out that way for
Your
sure.
question's not getting answered unless you showing some money or you camming up. One of the two. One of the two. We staying in on a Friday night. We could be out with our ladies. You know what I'm saying?
My boys.
I turned that. See how I tweeted?
Right. But instead, we here with y'all now. All right, let me make sure I get the original call set up. All right, I'm posting the link now.
You got a camera.
And
you got a camera.
I spelled it wrong. This thing a little difficult, man. Y'all got to pardon us, man. We got technical difficulties trying to get this thing together. You say, "Oh, y'all want tips?"
You goddamn right.
This boy is a fool.
There's some positive wisdom we giving. Free game.
Oh, that's love, man.
This is offering. We collecting offering. That's all it is.
This boy here. Eugene, what's going on, big dog?
Hey, nothing much. What about y'all?
We're good, man.
Amazing,
No
bro.
complaints.
Amazing. It's good to see you, man. You been all right?
Oh yeah, yes I am. I want to ask you a question.
Mhm.
What do y'all make of the whole Pearl situation?
Oh shit.
Can I tell you what's coming?
The first question out the door, bro.
I knew it was coming.
Oh man. You want to know my honest opinion, or you want to know my political correct?
Whichever one you want to give me, dog.
Pressed all parties involved.
I think I'm sitting back and I'm just like hearing it out and kind of hearing everybody's sides of it. I was able to watch it, the initial stuff that got it in the hot water with the Nick Fuentes stuff and things of that nature. I thought it was tasteless. If I'm gonna be honest, I think, but I also think that it was on brand. You know, she's made it no secret that she's here to make money. This is entertainment for that's just what it is. You see what I'm saying? It's not a situation where, you know, hey, I have a deep level of investment to uplift the Black community and things of this nature like that. That's never been her stance. You see what I'm saying? But when that type of situation happened, it looks crazy because you have so many Black people working for you. You use a lot of these Black platforms and spaces to kind of build your channel as to what it is, right? So one would think that you would owe that situation a bit more loyalty in terms of at least challenging some of the points, some of the outlandish stuff that he was saying. But she didn't do that. She just kind of laughed and joked with him. And even when he went as far as to disrespect her co-hosts, or not co-hosts, but employees, man, who's also signed to her podcast channel, she just kind of sat back and just let it slide. You see what I'm saying? So I felt like that was tasteless in terms of downplaying the severity of slavery is crazy to me. You know, and again, it wasn't like she introduced it, but she again piggybacked, jumped on the situation, and well, you know, it's in comparison to Alex Haley with, you know, roots and things of this nature, and it's just like that comparison is not even necessary. So you're basically saying you're co-signing that slavery's embellished, which is ridiculous. But you know, she came out and then gave a half-ass apology, and that was another one of my issues, right? The half-ass apology. She came out and, you know, well, you know, I didn't mean to, you know, offend and this, that, and the third. But then she jumped on lead attorney's stream the other day, and he was telling her, he said, you know what, Pearl, I don't really think you should apologize. She was like, you know, it's all part of a bigger plan. So that let me know that not even apology was genuine. You see what I'm saying? So again, she's here to finesse the system, get to her bag, get to her money. There is no personal investment. Don't matter how many Black people she got working for. She don't care like that. I mean, do I feel like she's racist? I say no, but I think that she has a lack of sensitivity for the plight of the Black person, which is ridiculous because you have so many Black people working with you, working for you and working with you in terms of helping build your platform. So you would think that some level of sensitivity would be there, but she's shown none. So that was the issue. People just calling her out on that. And, you know, again, she facing more backlash than she didn't ever have from all sides of the fence. And that's what come with it, you know. But yeah, as far as like us, like we never had no investment in, you know, that situation or what they have going on. I'm literally just giving you raw thoughts right off the top of my head. I ain't really thought too much about it, or felt like she was I don't know, like major player as far as advancing us in the movement. And I mean, we just never had that type of expectation for her, bro. So to see this unfold, it's not like, oh, this is shocking. I can't believe. It's just like, well, she's doing what a lot of white folks do. Use Black folks when it's convenient. Then when they get hot or when other white folks come in and saying things that are, you know, kind of forcing you to stand on the side.
Start playing ignorant.
She played dumb and played, you know, insensitive as to what was being said, as to what was going on, as to what the plight of the Black people is. And, hey, I didn't mean to, I didn't do anything. I didn't, you know, just innocent all the way around. So that right there, I feel like is, again, tasteless. But do I feel like she's racist? No, but she lacks sensitivity that should be there. In summary,
And of course, Sour Garvey, a person who has been with her a while, just blew the whistle on her as well.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we was watching that last night where he was talking about those splits.
70-30. Yeah. Oh, I get 70, you get 30? No. I guess you get.
But you
Go
know what I'm
ahead.
saying? Salute to him though for not signing it.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't sign it. He was like, "Nah, this shit is egregious. That don't really make no sense. I'm not signing that." So salute to him for that. But he also got to hold some culpability as well because he was behind the scenes. So I'm sure he privy to way more than he let on, as far as he knowing, you know, because he said in the video, it's like, okay, I like Ben had inclination that she was, you know, trying to colonize or whatever the case may be, but he was just sitting up there with a big smile on his face, sitting next to MTR when MTR was on the panel. So if you had these deep-seated feelings, then that means you was frauding for your come up too, which was helping her grow her platform.
Mm-hmm.
So he don't, you know, escape it guiltless, but you know, him kind of opening the door as to what those splits look like. It was hilarious to me. But again, that's her business. And if those people signing those contracts and they don't know their worth, man. I mean, I can't say she's wrong for that. All she's doing is putting the offer on the table. It's your choice to sign or not. You know, if it's me in that situation and we talking and she talking about, yeah, you know, I want you at my office for 8 to 10 hours, 4 days a week or some shit like that, and you know, I'm gonna give you the lower. I mean, the 30% on the 70 split. I'm gonna say suck my dick, but that's me though.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? But everybody, you know, is kind of looking for clout in that situation. You know, I think that's what it was. It's almost you know what it remind me of? It remind me of like I don't know how much you know about Tekashi 6ix9ine. But it reminds me of that, right? When Tekashi 6ix9ine first came out, you know, he was a Spanish kid. He got rainbow hair. He's blood this, blood that, gang flags everywhere, and he's rapping about just hardcore shit. And again, people who from the street or people who got any proximity to the street looking at this situation like, nah, he not cut like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he had real dudes that was surrounding him, like real killers and real known gang members. So that kind of gave him some type of validation. But when the situation go left, he started telling on everybody. Now, I can't blame him for that. He came in, finessed the system. Who I blame is those real dudes that were standing around him, using him for clout, using him for money, using him to come up. It's the same thing that happened with this Pearl situation. All them black folks around her, even the ones that's trying to come out and speak now and, you know, hey, she's not really like that, or, you know, I've been new. All of these people was using that girl for clout. You even got people in the manosphere space still defending it to ride that clout wave, because I don't want to make her mad, because I want to possibly work with her down the line, and I don't want to jeopardize the situation. You know what I'm saying? So that's why you got to salute people like MTR, who came out and said, hey, I'm out. She said that. I didn't know she was cut like that, but she showed me her hand and I'm out. You got to respect that, because it's a lot of people who either one, defending it to hold on to the clout, or two, just not saying nothing at all to hold on to the clout and hold on to the possibility of maybe working with her in the future. And I feel like that's you know, it looks crazy. Let's just say that. But different people prioritize clout differently. You know, I'm just not somebody to do that. If it go against my moral standing, I don't care who it is. I don't care what benefit they capable of providing me. I can't stand next to it, because I'm of the mindset that I can build my shit on my own. I don't need no help in terms of a cosign or, hey, come fly out to the channel and, you know what I'm saying, I can, you know, help you glow up. But a lot of these people is looking for glow ups, man. They're looking to get their subscriber counts up, and she is the path to do it. So I'm not going to burn that bridge. In the process, sacrificing their morals. So, but you know, it's gonna play out how it play out. I think it's much more to be revealed. I'm hearing Me Too stuff that she was involved in terms of a black man. You know, she ended up setting up one of her old coaches, tried to Me Too him back in the day, a black dude, and then came out and basically admitted to doing that. So these type of situations is coming back to the forefront now because she ended up taking that video down from her page. But, of course, on the internet, nothing is lost. So that video floating around and making its wave. So that's going to be the next situation. So, yeah. So it's like, yeah. So, basically, just to give a little summary on it, she was dating, I think, a college coach or something like that. And, that he was smashing, he was doing his thing, black dude, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't trying to cuff her. He wasn't trying to take her serious. So I guess she left or went home for a break or something, came back, found out he was hitting other chicks on the team too. Got mad at him and then pulled the Me Too card.
All this shit kind of makes sense now.
Yeah. So then, once it came out that he didn't do nothing foul to her, then she started catching heat for that, and she pulled the video down from her page. But this was before she was big. This was before she was known. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. But, again, there's little things like that that's just slowly rolling out, and you starting to put two and two together like, wait a minute. Now it's making sense. But, again, to people who never put no investment or no stock in it, it don't surprise me. I'm gonna just say that.
Well, I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's all love, big dog. It's love with you always, bro. Appreciate you tapping in with us. All right, man. We gonna
Can we get some relationship questions, please?
Oh boy, Osa ain't trying to get involved in the drama.
I don't care about none of that.
I
don't care about none of that.
Y'all,
I'm here so I don't get fined.
Y'all heard the man. No. Brandon, what's going
on?
My
dog.
Hey, what's poppin', my boy? What's good? What's good, man?
What up, G?
What's up, baby?
Man, let me bring balance back to the force, man. I was expecting that question about Pearly. I've been hearing about that all week, and I'm already fatigued, man. I'm ready to get. So I'm gonna hit y'all with something a little light, man. I'm just trying to figure out what's the history of the Krew season. I realized I don't know that history of like how y'all know each other.
How everybody know each other?
How everybody on the crew, how y'all got cool, you know what I'm saying, how it started.
All right, so let's go. We can start from the beginning. So me and Aunt are cousins. That's like blood cousin. My grandmother and his grandmother are sisters. So like we tight. He moved away. I think he moved away in like 7th grade or something like that, or elementary. He came back 7th grade, something like that. But I know he was gone for a minute. Our pops used to hang out all the time. Growing up, they went to school together, played ball together, all that stuff. So like our family is like real close for the most part. And then Smooth and Kenny, they all went to school with Aunt. I want to say he met Smooth in middle school, if I'm not mistaken. I think he might have met both of them in middle school. But I didn't meet Kenny and Smooth until about, I think I was about 17. I think it was like my senior year, something like that. Maybe my junior year. But they would always be at Aunt house playing Madden, playing 2K. Like that's all we did, all day, every day. Aunt house was the spot. Everybody from the neighborhood. We'd be like 10 deep in the living room. You know what I'm saying? Just playing the game, playing dominoes, playing spades. Like Aunt house was the house to be at. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the hood, man.
I got in a fight one time at Aunt house.
Them snacks must have been hitting, boy.
Had to let him know. You know what I'm saying? He was talking a little too heavy for my liking.
This man just violent, man. I'll let this man say something. This what the funny part. Niggas be looking at old like, oh, he's so mellow, he's so laid back, he's such a cool guy. The thing is, he is now. But old got a temp on him, man. He always have.
I used to be a hothead for real.
That's the one you got to watch out for. The quiet ones. If you grew up in the hood, everybody know the quiet ones are the one you need to watch out for.
Come on, man. You know how it go.
I'm just real observant. That's it. I be chilling. I had to. But then too, playing football kind of make you that way because you gotta turn it off. You go from being violent, extra violent, to having to be normal and socialize with people. So that kind of helped a little bit. How did you and Smooth and Kenny, y'all went to middle school together?
Yeah, me and Kenny linked up, I think, in 9th grade. So we was at the 9th grade center and just kicking it. We had a history class. We used to be in that bitch clowning and cracking jokes all the time, disturbing the class and shit. But like both of us was smart, So we always will have our work done and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? But we'll just be in there just clowning around. And then that's how we end up being cool. And, then we start getting on chicks together. And you know how that go. You know what I'm saying? Kenny had the whip back then. You know what I'm saying? So he comes scoop and, we pull up to this function, pull up to that function and, messing with the chicks, bro. So, and then we just kind of stuck from there. Smooth, I met Smooth, I think 8th grade or going to 9th grade. Because Smooth was playing ball with me. So, we played ball. I knew his big brother, stand-up guy. And Smooth was stand-up just like he was. But I knew Smooth big brother before I knew him. But then when I met him, we just clicked instantly. Because again, y'all know Smooth, man. Stand-up guy. Same way he is now, same way he always been. He just smooth, he just, chill, he laid back, he had to, talk to anybody type of situation, you know what I'm saying? So it was real easy for us to click. And, so we all kind of just started hanging. Because I had like my friends that was from the neighborhood, and I had football friends, and then, I had some homies I was cool with just at the school. So I was like the glue that merged everybody together, and we became this big kind of,
just like me. Yep.
You know what I'm saying, group or whatever the case may be. And eventually everybody graduated. Some of us left the hood, some of us stayed. And the ones who left, we kind of all migrated to the same place, ironically. And that's what caused us to just click up even more and just start running more. So, but yeah, it all started organic, bro. It was, we literally met in grade school. That's what I be telling people. We've been rocking for like 15 years, about 17 years, something like that. At this point, so yeah, it done been a minute. But O is my cousin, so we've been rocking since knee high.
That's what's up, man. Love to see it, man. Group of black men, sticking through together. I love to see it, man. So salute
when that boy,
y'all.
When that boy went to school, he went to school in San Antonio, and so I was still out here. Man, he never came home. Well, he barely ever came home, and then when he did come, we didn't really get to see each other and stuff. So I remember when he said he was moving to Houston, I said, "Hey, man, we ain't ever gonna separate. As soon as you move out here, this be like that. As soon as you move,
he did say that.
We ain't gonna ever separate, dog. Cause we went so long without talking to each other. And I was like, bro, we can't do that no more."
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, he said those words verbatim. And we done been down there attached at the hip ever since, man. But yeah, just a bunch of stand-up dudes, man. Nobody ever snaked nobody. Nobody ever stole nothing from nobody. Smashed nobody, girl. It ain't been no violations, no wild shit. So when you run into a situation like that, bro, you got real ones like that. You got to hold on to them. So
that's
that. We just so happened to create a podcast by chance. You know what I'm saying? That's just an extension of what we already had already. So that's why it's just so organic. People be saying like we could be getting a hard ass argument 1 minute and be right back laughing the next.
Right back laughing,
taking personal. Because we all know how we cut. So.
Hey, all right. I appreciate y'all answering that, man.
No, it's love, bro.
Sure,
appreciate you tapping in with us, big dog.
Yeah, maybe easy, man.
All right, man. We're gonna read some of these super chats, man. Hold tight, and then we're gonna bring up some more people, man. Veronica in the building, the Fireball just showing love. We appreciate you, Veronica. That's love, man. Thank you. Girl Nisi in the building with the Fireball. What are your thoughts about an ex of your significant other still hanging around the family? They have no ties to each other. Your significant other has no contact with the ex.
Nope. I know somebody used to do that. Nope. Nope. You should not do that. That just makes things too
messy,
as you would say, convoluted.
There you go. SAT words in the building.
You know what I'm saying? She's being loquacious.
Right.
I've been waiting to get that off.
You get niggas the Audible app. Get niggas the Audible app, man. They start reading books and shit.
They're doing my Googles.
Oh my God, man. Yeah, no, I agree, bro. I feel like, once you break up with that person, you break up with the family. That's how I feel. Now, that's not saying you be rude to them. You see them out in public, you give them a salute or whatever, and that's that. But all of that hanging around, hey, let's have a function at the house. I'm gonna pull up no, because again, that's just gonna make things more complicated than they gotta be, especially if it was real love there. Like y'all need time to kind of sort that out. And having you around so frequently is gonna step on that, you know what I'm saying? So hell no. That's my take on that. Appreciate you, Nisi. Big Money Sandra in the building. with the 50 ball. Always showing love, man. Appreciate it, Sandra. That's Patreon right there too, man. Patreon.com/preseason, man. One of them official members. Appreciate it. Say, my question is about love and relationships and why people think they are the same. What you think,
What about love and relationships and why people think?
Why people think love and relationships are the same? I think movies and TV shows and just life experience for a long time kind of contributes to that delusion. You know, I think the older you get, you realize the difference.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're young, you're thinking, okay, if I'm in a relationship with them, it must be love.
Mm-hmm.
But the older you get, you know, you realize love is duty. It's not necessarily, you know, people confuse love and lust or love and like a lot. And those ain't the same thing. Love is duty. That means that I'm willing to put your livelihood and your well-being above my own. That's what that means. It's sacrifice. It's duty. But you know, a relationship can be based on many different things.
Mm-hmm.
We can have a superficial relationship where it's just sex, or we can have a relationship where we just do this, a business relationship, or friendship only, or whatever. Or it could be a loving relationship. It just depends. But you know, the word love though is not in every relationship. Let's just say that, even ones that are supposed to be romantic. A lot of relationship in this era is transactional.
Very transactional.
Come into this motherfucker. What are you doing for me? What am I getting? Okay, I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. Okay, I can possibly give you 3, 2, 3, depending. And you maybe can earn more later.
If
maybe.
that.
So, you know, a lot of relationships is transactional. I take you on 2 dates, I need 6.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
That nigga said 3. You don't give it to him about 3, he out.
Right. So, you know, that's the scenario, man. But yeah, it is a difference. And the older you get and the more life experience that you have, you're gonna learn it. Yeah.
And it's layers to both of them too. So you can love somebody and not really be in a relationship or have a relationship. Like it's all over the place. So yeah, it's just, but like you said, it come with movies, it come with magazines, it come with all that stuff. It just feel like it's hand in hand when it's really not.
Yeah, that's facts though. Dope question though. Appreciate you, Sandra. We got Michael with the 10 ball. Beautiful lies cover better than anybody I've seen. He really dissed his intel on her, even show an interview with her partner. Watch that and you will see for yourself. Trill, you will think differently. Okay, well, I'll check it out. But again, I'm not chasing the information. I'm not really that invested in it, big dog. I think it's all over everybody's timeline because everybody putting out 2-3 videos about it a day, trying to run them numbers up. I get it. Get your hustle on.
That shit literally just popping up. I don't even follow half of these people that's popping up on my stuff.
Right.
and I'm like, what?
Yeah. So, you know, but I mean, I send me the link or something on Instagram, and then I'll check it out, man.
Like they trying to start some stuff low key.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't really care one way or another, man. I never had no investment in the situation at all. I still don't. It's kind of like watching reality TV at this point, right? Like we're gonna watch it, we're gonna laugh. Damn, that's crazy. Damn, she said what? Damn, he did what? All right, boom, and we cut it off and go back about life. Like I don't feel an urge to speak on it. That's why we ain't made no videos about it. They got people putting out 4-5 videos a day covering that situation. We don't really care like that, to be honest.
Yeah, shit. Ride the wave though. Hey, y'all doing it, ride it.
Get to that bag, man. Cause she got to that bag on us.
Cook.
Straight up.
Boys, cooking.
Shay with the 20 ball. Say I'm all late, got the notification and don't know what happened. Good evening, little big brothers. We appreciate you pulling up.
What's up?
She ain't even have a question. You just wanted to come show love, man. Thank you so much, Shay. You know that. Mike again with the 2 ball. Disregard my. Oh, he said now we cover. Okay. He said that beforehand. My bad.
Okay.
PH Ugly Duck with the 10 ball, just showing love. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, baby.
That's love, man. Queen Sheba in the building. That's family.
Hey.
Say loving the crew and they.
What's up, Queen Sheba?
Always, man. Queen already know it's love. She in the back too. We're gonna bring her up in a second. Appreciate it, Queen. Nate with the 5 ball, just showing love, man. Ain't even got no question. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate it. Marcus, what up, family?
What's good, baby? What's good?
It's kicking it, big dog. We're just trying to, unpack a few things tonight using Clubhouse terms. Unpack, piggyback, Nate with the fireball. There she go. First
Yeah,
day
my
went
mom
great.
just pulled up.
Oh, okay. First day went great. Immediately followed up with plan for second. Then nothing. Any advice? Damn, that's a good question. I mean, you got to give a bit more context. What did y'all discuss on the first date? Because I think sometimes in that situation, you go on a date with somebody, and some dudes just be a great conversationalist, right? But you may bring up something that's showcasing the amount of effort that he gonna have to give. And in his head, he like, yeah, nah, this is just too much work. I'm thinking, we go on this date a few times, we have some sex, we keep it this, we keep it that. But you on that first date talking about, nah, I'm trying to move intentional, I'm looking for marriage, and he ain't. Then he might have just wrapped that date up in his head. Again, still had great combo with you because some dudes just good conversationalists. But you might have said something that alluded to more work than he was willing to put in. That's how I take that. You know what I'm saying?
I think it just went and goes after arranging the second date.
Mm-hmm.
Weirdo.
Yeah, that's how his dudes be. I had finessing, big dog. Hold on, what it is? LJ Morris, 2150 with the 20 ball. Hold on. So I have a question. Should I shoot my shot at a female coworker who had a situationship with another male coworker?
No.
Don't know the extent of the situationship, but it was something me and dude are cool, not BFFs, but just cool. I mean, we ain't cool like that.
Eskimo.
We cool though.
At the work highs.
Yeah.
Hey, that's not something I would do because shit is real tricky, especially in the workforce. You do this woman dirty. Let's say y'all have a good time and it is good. But then you be like, we had our fun. Now it's time to hang it up. That shit could turn sideways. That's all I'm saying. That is, you're not supposed to shit where you sleep.
Wise man once said that.
That's why we always hear that, coming up. I get it. It's tempting. Maybe that's something you can, if you lead a company, set it up. You can slide through whatever. But while you're there, I wouldn't advise it. That's just me personally. Unless you don't plan on being there for long, I'd say no. My opinion, but you grown.
I agree, bro. Hell no. You don't mess with nothing you work with. I don't give a damn how bad she is. I don't care how cool she is. Do not mess with nothing that you work with, for one, or who stays in your apartment for two, or your house in the area or whatever, wherever you live. You do not want to mess with no women in that situation, man, because if the situation go left, now your livelihood is in jeopardy. Your livelihood becomes uncomfortable. I got to show up to this job every day, and we've been arguing. We don't really like each other like that no more. Whatever the case may be, so now it's awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if y'all in the same department or something crazy like that. Now y'all in meetings and stuff like that. No,
everything
no.
will be awkward.
So yeah, stay far, far, far away from that, big dog. But all right, man, we're gonna bring up somebody else, man. We got a special guest in the building. She was up in here. She been in for a bit. Bring up my girl, Island Girl Q, in the building, man. The troublemaker herself has arrived.
Is she at the gym?
Yeah, I'm at the gym. Can y'all hear me?
Okay.
Yeah, you good?
Okay.
I wanted to come up, show love, because Krew season's on it. Ooh, I look a mess. I just came up here so ladies can have the courage and confidence to come up here. Just don't wear no bonnet. But I have two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Krew season. Who am I out of breath? When is the next live show? Because I know I keep asking y'all that.
If I had to give a loose date, it's gonna be late July. July.
We're trying for June, but push it back.
Yeah, looking for venues and stuff that makes sense. And it's a little people want crazy amounts of money, man. And not only the money, they want crazy amounts of your ticket sale percentage.
You think we overthinking it too? A little bit.
Maybe so.
It's our first show, so we really do want to have it right.
Mm-hmm.
So we that's just naturally who we are. And knowing that, especially with being the first show, it's not gonna go the way we want it to go, but we do want to make it, the smoothest transition possible. Just everything. We want the experience to be right. We want to make sure got drinks, the setup, what I'm saying, just comfortability, all that stuff. Because with us being at different types of shows, we kind of know what we like and what we don't like. But then just matching that with the venues, plus the pricing and all that shit, it just take a little time. And
we don't want y'all starting late now. We don't want y'all starting 2 hours late. Oh, I'm sorry.
Say it again.
I said we don't want y'all starting 2 hours late.
No.
Or 3.
Yeah, but when it rolls out, it's gonna be memorable. Let me just say that. I plan to spare no expense. I plan on it being experience, man. I want people to walk away from that motherfucker like, man, that shit was dope. Like we had a great time. You know what I'm saying? So that's the intention. So, as long as it takes to get it to that, that's how long it's gonna take us to have it. But I think we done got a decent handle on it. We done narrowed it down to a couple of venues. Now we just got to get like a couple of people who gonna be performing. We're gonna have some artists performing. I want to have an R&B situation going. I want to have a rapper come up there. I want to have a comedian come up there, and then we come up there and close. You see what I'm saying? So, and I'm thinking about it. We might give a podcast in the area opportunity to open. That'd be dope.
Yeah. Way to
So,
get back to the community. Okay, my second question, if you guys had daughters that were in their late 20s, late 30s, what best dating advice would you give them in this generation of dating?
Well, I mean, I got a 3-year-old, so she's not there yet. But hypothetically speaking, I would tell her to move based on actions and not words. It's real easy when you like somebody to kind of trick yourself into believing what you want their intentions to be, and that may be different than what they are, because I like this person so much. You know what I'm saying? And even though I know that they're not being that consistent, but when we together, it's an amazing time. Like gentlemen, opening doors, paying for food, paying for dates, may take you on a trip here and there, things of that nature. It's real easy to experience all of that and read more into the situation than you should, and look past red flags and things of that nature. So I would teach her to just look at things from and as objective of a place as you possibly can, for one, and then for two, pay attention to actions, man. Words can say anything, but actions and consistency is gonna tell the true story. Even if a dude is a great actor, eventually, if you come in there, set your boundaries, set your standards, and he see that you really willing to stand on them, he gonna get tired of acting eventually, and call for curtain close to get the fuck up out of there and move on to something that's a bit easier in terms of me getting what my end goal is. But a lot of women don't hold out in terms of access to them long enough to learn that or to see that. They done gave up so much of themselves so early to where, by the time that the man done got everything he wanted before showing what the reason he was there for. And now she got resentment toward that. So that's what I would teach her, man. This shit is a game. 90% of 95% of the dudes that's approach you is not going to be approaching you in a serious fashion. They not. They're approaching you to get something from you. And that's just that. You see what I'm saying? So have that in mind. Don't go into it with rose-colored glasses. Don't go into it with super optimism and things of that nature. Make that man earn access to you. It ain't even about the sex. It's the access to you. Some dudes out here, and I done been one of them, so I'm speaking from experience. You start messing with a chick and she giving you 98% of the access to her whenever you want it. And you ain't even committed to a damn of a marriage. We ain't even an item. And I can call you and get food cooked whenever I want. I can have you pull up to my crib as late as I want. I'm leaving out the club 2:30, 3 o'clock. Hey, come through. And she'll be there. You know what I'm saying? If I need some money or something, hey man, she'll give it to me. Hey man, I like that new PlayStation that just came out. She'll buy it for me. No commitment, nothing.
They out there.
So don't be one of those girls, man. That's what I tell her.
Great advice. That's all I wanted to say. But nah, I like y'all's hoodie though. So ladies, go get you one of the Krew season hoodies. They're nice and warm.
Yeah, that's facts. Appreciate it.
All right,
Real cute, man. We got to get you up on one of these panels one day, man. What's your
Hit me up. I'm available.
That's a bet.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, bye, y'all.
All right.
All right, next we have the Queen Sheba in the building. The troublemaker herself has joined. Queen, what's going on?
Love and happiness.
Hey, come on now.
Makes you want to do wrong. Love.
Come on. Come on now.
Don't get started now. Half these people in this chat wasn't outside for that, man. They don't know nothing about none of that.
They don't get to see us cut up a lot, you know. They don't get to really see how much we can have a good time and you know, let our hair down. And you know, when we step off stage, it's all love. Yeah. And I really appreciate how you gentlemen are showing up, you know, as Black men in the space. You can say anything, you can do what you want, but you choose to bridge the gap as opposed to conquering and dividing. Right. And there's a lot to be said about that.
Appreciate that.
There's a lot to be said about that. You know, the proof is in the pudding. When we talk about what we're actually doing for each other, and when we talk about like the African American community, and y'all show up time and time again. And I'll say this, and this isn't why I'm up here, because I really have a real question, but I just want to give you your flowers, all of you.
That's love, man.
Thank you.
So I have a friendship question.
Uh-oh.
I have a friendship question.
This should be good.
Is it relates to for Wednesday night?
Well, let me just put it out there, and then y'all can determine who can answer. So I decided that I needed to clear space in my life and in my home. And I needed to clear out to make room for the new. And my friend said, hold that bike for me. And I held that bike for my friend. And my friend ain't never followed up to come pick up the bike.
I said, send me the address. She talking about.
About your ass.
Drop the address.
So the bike is just sitting there. So how should I approach my friend about not keeping their word?
Drop the Addy so I can pull up and get it.
I say for one, chastise him heavily for not, you know, being a bit more diligent, a bit more, you know, having a bit more urgency in terms of following through with what he said he was going to do, and then drop the Addy so he can come pick it up.
So who are we talking about? Just so the audience can know.
I admit it.
Straight up. Hell no.
Yeah, I want it. For real.
All right. I just want to warm up the show with a little icebreaker. That's it. I love you guys. Keep up the good work, y'all.
Nah, it's love, man. Thank you so much. You already know we appreciate you.
And thank you for showing up tonight on my interview. I saw y'all in the chat. I appreciate it.
Had to come support, man. Had to, man. Salute to her too, man. She a solid one, man. I just got hip to her based on after you told me that she was gonna be on there, so I went to go do my research, man. She a real one.
I didn't know how many like high profile cases she's covered, like with Black people. So I'm all about that. But thank you all. Y'all are doing a phenomenal job. Keep up the good work. Let me make room for somebody else. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Who we got? Charles Smoke in the building. What up, G?
What's up?
What's up, sirs? What's up? Two quick questions. Versus relationship. Kind of in regards to not the lady that's on your panel that just called, the one before her, asking about, you know, for older 25 to 35-year-old woman, I guess she was just speaking in and looking for, I'm assuming, a meaningful relationship. And you were trying to reference that to your daughter and how you would have her vet the men better.
Right.
My statement to that would be have them start that planning early. Versus late 25s and 35s, because by then the damage is done and you probably had a bunch of relationships that were some meaningful but most meaningless, and I'm assuming that's going to be the duration of your relationship. So start early. Now, second part of the question, going on to sports. How about them Cowboys?
Hold on, man. Let's get a round of applause. Let's go, man.
Let's get it, baby.
Oh, look.
Yes, sir.
You get to talk about the greatest franchise in sports history. First and foremost.
You got the floor. You got the floor, baby.
I tell you what, What's your quick thoughts on this? You know what I'm saying? Because we done made some pivotal moves this offseason. Finally, these people acting like they want to win. Finally, you know what I'm saying? So what's your outlook on it, bro?
I'm not happy. I'm gonna say I'm sorry, but not sorry that our running back is gone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it up. Pollard, he's been showing himself for at least 3 seasons. I didn't understand why they was pushing on the other tight nipple wearing shirt having dude. Stop. I'm trying to be peaceful around family and company. Y'all making it difficult. Keep the straight face because it's gonna make me keep a straight face.
I got you.
You can't be saying tight nipple, tight shirt, nipple shirt. You can't say that though.
That's damn so what he was wearing too.
Most of the time.
Out there getting 2 yards of carry. Get his ass off the field, man.
Man.
You know why he was out there. This why. They paid him all that damn money, so they had to try to validate it. And hell no, get his ass out of there.
But what goes to my next question? What about our wide receiver core?
I think for one, we're gonna have to draft one relatively high in this draft. I'm thinking first 3 rounds. In my opinion, CeeDee Lamb is not a receiver one. He's not.
Here too for sure.
He's a slot guy. Let's let him get in that slot, do what he does best, and then we get a real one on the outside. Michael Gallup is maybe 60% of what he was. So I ain't gonna jump to the conclusion real quick. I'm gonna give him this offseason to try to see if he can get back to being what he need to be.
Let him go start over.
Right.
Gallup got to go too?
I'm just saying.
But see, it's hard to because we just gave him that extension. So it's like we got to ride it out and at least see for one more year. But in my opinion, I think we need to draft a receiver early, man.
Okay. I'm just making sure we on the same. California be a little difference out there in my favorite state of Dallas.
And give Cooper Rush a chance.
Right. I agree.
Cooper Rush was slinging that rock.
I agree with that 100%. I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Oh, brothers. Last time I spoke to you, I was in the bed after a bunch of surgeries. Now I'm actually functioning and standing. So keep doing what you do. Y'all been motivation for your boy.
Appreciate
That's
you.
love right there.
That's real love.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
How about them goddamn Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys, man? One more round of applause on the way out, man. We appreciate you, bro. All right, buddy. That's good, man. Come on here. You get to asking about the greatest franchise in the world. It's just, pardon us. I know we got a lot of women listeners and things of that nature, man. But when we get the Cowboys come up, we got to discuss.
They say got a lot of Eagles fans in the chat.
Mods, block all Eagles fans that's in this chat.
Time them out.
300 seconds apiece for talking crazy and disrespectful in this chat, man. We're gonna pay some bills real quick, and then we're gonna bring up our next guest, man. First and foremost, Queen in the building. 25 balls. Say salute to the great men on the panel. Please explain what being inconsistent is pertaining to men. Give us ladies some examples. Thank you.
Inconsistent. It should speak for itself, but he texts you today, he don't text you tomorrow. All of a sudden he pop up on Wednesday like he was just the busiest man in the world the day before. Hey, baby, how you doing? I'm sorry. I had like all that stuff. Inconsistent. You want to talk on the phone, but he don't answer after a certain amount of time or after a certain time. You go on one date 1 month, and then you look up and it's been 6-7 weeks, and y'all ain't went nowhere else. That's normally a little inconsistent. He ain't into you like that. I mean, I think it's pretty easy. The communication, for the most part, like you'll see, if somebody's into you, unless they just really have a job where they can't have their phone.
Right.
Most people I know that still interest you. Hey, you got a couple minutes? Let me talk real quick. Or hey, I was thinking about you. Whatever, they're gonna find the time. But if he's not doing none of that, that's gonna be inconsistent for the most part.
Yeah, I agree. I think also trying to set boundaries, but not cuff you or not give you a title. It's a lot of dudes out here like that. Like you asking them what are we? He's like, I just want to go with the flow, baby. Let's not rush it. Let's take our time. Let's do this. Let's do that.
When you out,
right? But when you out in the club, who you with? Who there? Nah, I don't know how I feel about you going out. Who is that dude in the background? that type of stuff. So that right there is inconsistency. The message, he practicing cognitive dissonance, right? He's on one end treating you like, hey, you off limits, you mine, we exclusive. But then when you ask him to make it official, or you asking him what's taking so long, you got 1,000,001 excuses. So, those are the things that you should look for, man. Consistency and lack of intention. If I'm talking to my daughter, I'm telling her, look, man, you look for a man who intentional, who you can have those conversations with, and he ain't gonna just move it off to, whoa, let's slow down, let's go with the flow, because he on the same type of time. I'm not out here trying to date and waste my time either. I'm out here trying to date with intention. I want to get married one day. It may not be this year, but I plan on getting married. I plan on this. I plan on that. And more importantly, these are active steps that I'm taking towards getting there. So that's the level of intention that you should be looking for. In fact, there's a lot of dudes don't have that, yet they getting most of the benefits from the woman anyway, because she likes him so much. So those are the type of inconsistencies, man, that, women got to pay attention to. But again, it takes you stepping outside that situation and taking those rose-colored glasses off and, seeing it from an objective place, or as objective of a place as you can. So that's what we mean by that. Appreciate you, though. T. Will, the fireball, just showing love, big dog. Appreciate you, fam.
Every weekend he disappears. You goddamn right. Because he with his real girl.
Right.
That's why.
They got a whole family on this one. Eugene, my dog back here, the fireball. What do you think is the state of dating right now?
Caca.
Damn.
State of dating right now is caca. But I think in the next few years, though, it's going to shift, especially with more men speaking up. You see a few more women now, women pages and influencers and all that stuff. They're starting to kind of backpedal and retract some of the things they were saying. I guess some of it, is just growth. Some of it is, they realized that the stuff they were saying wasn't working. And I just think people see right now that we really do need each other. And a lot of people were tricked. Let's call it what it is. Like women, y'all were tricked. That there's all these different movements and these liberations and all that stuff. Y'all thought it was going to work, and you see it's not working in y'all favor. You wonder why you don't have a man, or you wonder why, you can't keep nothing consistent. Men too, but I'm talking about the women. From a man's side, the reason why it's so difficult. And just social media too. Women really pay attention to social media a little bit too much. They put a little bit too much stock in social media, but men know how to compartmentalize and separate, issues that's going on. My nephew had an issue, and he in high school with a girl. She was being inconsistent with him, once saying she like him, then she don't like him, not texting for a few days. And then when she do texting him, she's talking about, can you pay for my lunch, or can you do this, can you do that? Bruh, girls trying to finesse early. I think he like 19th grade. So, I mean, it's like stuff like that, like these, and it's the same thing all the way up. You got to pay bills. You got to pay this. You got to, and it's funny because, like I said on the other day, like a lot of women, y'all ask for this stuff. Y'all was saying you got to pay my bill. You got to take me here, take me there. Then you mad when the men start adjusting and doing the things y'all was asking for. Oh, you just taking me out just to get some bucks. Well, you knew what I wanted. You said this was the requirement, so I did it. So now I'm expecting something afterwards. Is it right? No, but that's how y'all try to skew the game. You can't. Like if you make the rules, you can't make the rules and try to make amendments during the game. No, it don't work like that, baby. The men gonna play the cards that are dealt. So right now, until we both get back on the same page and listen to each other, both listen to each other, hear each other out, it's gonna be difficult. But I see a small shift. We'll see if it continues that way. But yeah, right now it's ugly.
Yeah, I agree. I think the dating scene right now just looks transactional to me. I think everybody is out for what they can get. Even, the relationship as a whole, is a front, or it's a check a box off my list type of thing. Let me get my social media popping. Like you literally got even celebrities that's hooking up as business moves, while people are all under the picture relationship goals. This is a whole agreed upon arrangement that they got going on. You know what I'm saying? That's to boost their clout, or to boost their record sales, or they notoriety, or try to get on TMZ and things of that nature. So you know, if you got so many people that's looking up to these people in terms of how they running their relationships, what does that say about how they gonna run them when they get to their real life? If that's what they're looking up to, or if that's what relationship goals are. So, you know, I think everything is transactional in this era. Like, what can I get from it? You know, not so much as, hey, man, you know, do I really value this person? Am I willing to build with this person? You know, those type of things. So, as long as that's the case, man, we're gonna be in trouble. You know, going back to what O said, man, there's not a lot of people willing to sacrifice much, especially early. Everybody is kind of sitting back. Let me see, you know, earn my likes, earn my affection, earn my, you know, chivalry, my nobility, things of this nature. Like that's the sentiment. As to where back in the day, it used to be given right out the gate because I like you so much and I'm trying to prove that I'm, you know, capable of taking care of you or being a man for you or being a woman for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at. It's transactional, and it's gonna be that way. I think it's gonna get worse before it get better. But that's just my take. Appreciate you though, bro. All right, man. We gonna hold tight. My dog Mike back in the building.
What's up, Mike?
Say, Trill, I'm trying to give the game to our young brothers about the tech industry. I'm trying to show them how to get the bag. CCNA, CCIE, OCP, and OCA. What is your advice since you're techie to get our people interested? I think, for one, do your research, man, and figure out just how many certs that you can get for free. See, a lot of people feel like, man, you got to go to school for tech. You got to do this. You got to do that. Fact is, like, going to school, don't get me wrong, will upgrade your chances and things of that nature. But you could be already getting that back end while you just sitting at the crib. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Google offers free certs. You know, it's a bunch of different websites online that offer you free certifications. So you can come in there, learn the systems or whichever software that you're going to be working with and become a master at that motherfucker. So even if you do go to school going to be easy. And then you can be able to say, well, yeah, I'm already certified in this, certified in that when you're on those interviews, and that's going to boost you up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's goal is to work remote, which I get, I understand. But, you know, it's not as many of those opportunities as people think they are, at least initially. People expect, hey, man, I get my tech cert, I'm coming in, I'm making $250 working at the crib every day.
Right.
It don't work like that. Sometimes you may have to get that entry level 80, that entry level 70, work there a couple years, and then boom, jump around, and you can get your pay raises that way. You know what I'm saying? Stand at a job, in my opinion, unless the benefits is just crazy. You don't want to stay at a job no longer than 3 years without a significant pay bump. Either they gonna give it to you or you're gonna get it somewhere else. But you know, so that's my advice, man. The information is out there. Take advantage of it. We do not have an excuse. Y'all, everybody in this chat spend at least 8 hours on their phone a week, at least. Take some of that time and put it towards learning something, learning a skill, learning whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit can make you money.
Like 30 minutes a day. Start there, 30 minutes a day. You also have little boot camps that you can do, little networks that they have as well that you can just build from there. It's like study groups. And, you know, find the right people, get the right videos. You know what I'm saying? There's, again, plenty of information out there for you to receive. You just got to go look for it and get it.
Facts. Well, yeah, appreciate the question, big dog. Always, man. Always. All right, we're going to bring up our next guest. Hold on, let me see who we got. What's going on, bro? How you doing?
What's up? What's up?
Good. You finding it difficult to say that name? Say the name. Ekene.
Oh,
Ekene.
Hold on. Oh, Ekene.
Ekene. Yeah, you got it right. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
what's going on, dog?
Good. We've seen on Lapiv before.
Okay,
yeah. Okay, check this out, right? For the young girl that is trying to get married or something, this is what I normally tell girls. You cannot vet your husband. No, you can't. Most girls date to date, but you got to date to marry. And if you want to date to marry, after the third date, right, you got to take that boy to your father. Let your father vet the man.
I feel you. I feel that.
Because if your father don't vet that man, you're going to end up marrying the wrong guy. Because most of the time, women make mistake for the men that they vet. It's never in a woman's place to vet a man. is in a father's place to vet his son-in-law. Your mom can't really vet your husband, but your mom can vet your wife. You see the difference? Yeah. So it's very, very vital that we tell girls that, because most of the time, like if you look at in our black community in the US, right, marriage is like down the road. The first thing they do, they want to date. They want to date someone. The second thing, they want to have a child. So most of them want to be baby mamas. They don't want to be mothers because they want to be baby mama or mother, but they don't want to be a wife. Because being a wife, you need two family household. That's two parents in one family household to do that. So you need two parents to do that. You can't be raised by your dad or your mom. You got to be raised by both to understand how a man can treat you and how you can treat a man. Then the other part is getting married after the age of 25 or 27 is detrimental to women. Most men prefer to marry a girl that is between the age of 19 and 22. 25 is a stretch, but 27 is like she's already imprinted by many men. Multiple men already imprint her. By that imprint means her body is confused, her mental is confused. Men get better with experience. Women deteriorate with experience. Two different things. Yeah. So I would say this. Let's encourage women to marry early, not later on in life.
I was going to ask a question. Like, I definitely hear what you're saying about the father should vet who the daughter is dating. But would you also say that would you want your daughter to find someone who is similar to you as far as like your personality, your leadership qualities, your traits, things like that?
You can't take that away from a girl, because most girls want to marry a man that has characteristics of their father. It's not something that can easily be taken away, because even if I don't tell her that, as long as I have that strong relationship with my daughter, she would definitely want to marry a man that has my characteristics. That is why women will always say, "Oh, I want to marry you. You ain't like my daddy," and that is bad. That is not good. Okay. The reason why I would say that is not a good idea. Men have to untrain their daughters, because just look at it this way: two zebras don't have the same print. So each zebra has its own characteristics. Just like your thumb and my thumb is not the same. So coaching your daughter to marry a man that has your characteristics is not a good idea. But there are traits that every man must have that dignifies the man or qualifies the man to be a man of value. So those are things that she has to look for. What makes this man of value?
Yeah.
But see, look, man. The only issue with that is, for one, a lot of women are coming from homes with a dad not in it. For one, and two, the thing about women is that you can raise them from an ideal perspective, like the one in which you speak, right? Any dude that you like, or you whatever, bring them to me and let me examine them, let me look at them. The fact is that most women are not going to do that. Why? Because they are very familiar with you, and they know the type of man that you're going to like, or the man that you're going to, or that's going to have a high chance of getting a yes or a stamp of approval from you. But especially young women, a lot of times don't like what's best for them, right? So what does that mean? That means that she's going to be off dating a man who she know that you wouldn't approve of, but you'll never know, because she's not going to bring him home. She's going to bring home the man in which she knows that you're going to approve of. So that kind of makes that system flawed a bit. So my logic behind that is this, is that in terms of making the final say on, hey, you should marry this guy. Not, I agree 100%. But while she's out there, in terms of dating and being with whoever she's gonna be with, because fact is, you could raise her up as perfectly and as ideal as you want. But when she gets out in these streets, she's gonna do what she wants to do. And a lot of times it's gonna be dating dudes who are not the best for her, or whatever the case may be. We all done it, right? But if she's gonna be out there doing that, these are the type of traits that you should be looking for. These are the type of traits that's gonna indicate intention. These are the type of traits that's gonna indicate playing around. So that way you can go into it with a knowledgeable mind and not get caught up in situations to where goddamn well that he don't really like you like that, but because you so gullible and you so, just not knowing of how men operate, you get caught up in a situation that you should have never been in. So that's my thought process behind giving her the game, giving her how men think. So that way when you out there, you could be moving in as safe of a fashion as possible. But if you honestly think that your daughter is going to bring home every man that she has interest in, I got beachfront property to sell you in Oklahoma. That is
true. But put it this way. Like I always, like I'm trying to tell men that men like us on YouTube, there are two people that we should target when we advise women. The women that have kids. No, I'm sorry, 3. The women that have kids, the women that are not married, but they don't have kids, but they are getting old, too old to marry, and then the young ones. So for those that have kids, we have to tell them, hey, if you raise your daughter this way, apart from the way you were raised, your daughter have far more better chances of getting married than you. Therefore, those that don't have kids but are getting older, we have to sanitize them by letting them know that if you're trying to get a man without kids and you are 30 years old, forget about it. Those men want them younger. Men without kids don't want to marry a 30-year-old girl. He's going to disagree with all the time because she's already imprinted. The chance of me arguing with a 22-year-old girl is far smaller than a 30-year-old woman. A 30-year-old woman I'm going to have to argue with because she believes she knows it all. You see what I'm saying? But then to your original comment about girls, in that space, what I'm going to say is this. Yes, we have to, guys, put it this way. If you want a girl to, if you're saying that a girl should, that if we put it that way, that a girl have to bring all the men that she's dated to her father, right? That she has to bring all the men she's dating to her father to vet? No. If a girl starts early, the first 2 men she's going to bring to her dad in her early age, right? The first 2 men she's going to bring to her dad to vet for her, one of them is going to marry her. You know why? Because a good girl that respects her father and understands her father, that brings men to her father to vet, most men that don't mean good to her will weed away. But the first 2 men that come to her house to meet her dad, right? One of them is going to get married to her, and she's going to get married early. You can't bring more than 3 men to your father. That means something is wrong with you as a daughter. You see what I'm saying? When you cross that 3 men showed up to your house with you for your dad to vet, and the first 2, one of them didn't get married to you, that means something is wrong with the girl. Her father has to look into her. Because I got to tell you, men usually know the first 5 minutes of talking to a woman that he's gonna marry her. You see what I'm saying, right? The first 5 minutes of you discussing with a girl, you already know that I'm gonna marry this one. Because right. Number one, her upbringing, her character, her demeanor, all those things are the traits. Because we as men don't even want too much in a woman. We just want respect first, beauty, good behavior, and somebody that can cook. You know, But if any of those things are missing, the chance of me trying to marry her decreases by 25% of each one that misses. Then it goes to 0% of me trying to marry her because the whole of them are missing. So women have to be very careful before they go date a man for marriage. Know how to do those things. Know how to cook. Know how to respect a man. Know when to shut up. And be good with domestic work. You got to be good with those things. But bro, you can't take more than 2 or 3 men to your father. Women shouldn't do that. If the first 2 don't work out, call your dad and say, Dad, I need help. Please help me. I'm bad with men.
Well, again, I hear you, and to be honest, I don't necessarily think that we disagree. I think
No, we don't.
Again, we more or less just speaking from different angles of the fence. You saying that the men in which she brings to you, which I agree, are going to be men that she takes serious. Your stamp of approval should help her make the decision. And what I'm saying is that while she's out there navigating with the guys who she won't bring to you, she needs to be well informed as to how guys think, as to how guys move, so she can know which man to bring to you. So I think at the end of the day, we don't really disagree. We're just speaking from 2 different phases of the process, but both of them are necessary. But real quick though, man, I appreciate you calling in. You know what I'm saying? We got some people waiting in the back, man. But it was a pleasure, big dog.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right.
Look, they fell back. Okay.
Yeah, right when we brought him down. Well, it's all good. We got to read some super chats. But yeah, hey, everybody, the link is pinned to the top
Smooth
of the
was
chat.
trying
Man,
to get in
come
too.
up. You what?
Yep. Y'all send Smooth the link. He acting like he don't know where the link is.
Yeah, the link is pinned to the top of the chat. We're gonna pay some bills real quick. Courtney Bell with the fireball. My man of 6 years says I don't listen and calls me stupid when he's mad. I provide financially and feel disrespected. I want to leave. What should I do? Damn, so you provide financially and he calling you stupid? Man, get up out of there, man. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, no. For one, the fact that you providing financially, the fact that you the breadwinner in the house is a problem.
Disrespect
right out
not
of the
be
gate.
tolerated.
Right. But if you the breadwinner and he disrespecting you to that type of degree, he has zero respect for you. He there trying to finesse the system.
Big finesse.
Trying to get what I can get out of this situation, keep you mentally down so I can control you. And then I'm gonna move around. So, man, hell nah, man. Get out of there. What say I want to leave? What should I do? Leave. Cold turkey. As soon as possible. That's just honest. Because again, if you capable of providing and you capable of being, following a real man's leadership and things of that nature, then you deserve better than that type of situation right there. That's just me being honest.
We don't condone that, fellas.
Hell
we
no.
don't condone that one bit. You don't disrespect your woman, dog, at all.
These niggas crazy, bro. What's wrong with these dudes?
You don't put your hands on woman, none of that stuff. Unless it's life-threatening. Y'all know women don't hit hard as you. She can give you a couple 2-piece. Okay, move off. You ain't got to do all that extra stuff, dog, because even defending yourself, it's a lose-lose situation. Even when you defend yourself, they call the cops, guess who they probably going to handcuff? You. Because you're the one that's more physically bigger than us. So, no, man. Yep. Just be careful. Don't ever put your hands on a woman. Fellas, don't ever disrespect your woman in any kind of way. Don't do that.
Yeah, I agree. Appreciate you though, Courtney. We got next Ace with the 10 ball. What happens for a real man when you know he cares about you and has dropped hints about marriage, but he's been recently hit hard financially and physically? This man is also military for context. Oh damn, he done got injured out there.
Just a little patience, but how long were you already waiting before?
Yeah, that's a great question.
I think that's key. How long have y'all been together? Do y'all live together? Y'all not live together? I think you got to kind of weigh out your situation. In my opinion, I would say you're supposed to be wanting to build with somebody. So how can you help him get back on his feet quicker? Is it tighten up his resume, or is it introducing him to the right people? Sometimes it's just one little thing like that away for y'all to level up. So if it's about teamwork and you see a future with this man, you know, and he's been showing and proving just outside of recently because financial and physical problems. I say rock with him and try to help elevate him. That's what you're supposed to do as, you know, as that person's girlfriend until y'all get married, since that's, you know, in the plans.
Yeah, you know, I think that, you know, those are circumstances, you know, that are unforeseen, you know. So, you know, I think if it's really love, then you got to give him the opportunity to climb out of that hole. Now, I'm not saying wait there 10 years while you try to figure it out and climb out that hole.
Right.
Needs to be a decent sized timetable on it. But, you know, again, it's like O said, it depends on how much, you know, how long y'all been together leading up into this point. Like what was his demeanor before this happened? What was his mindset as far as, you know, providing for you before this happened? Things like that. All that stuff matters. So if he was on his job and, you know, doing what he was supposed to do and y'all was actually moving in that direction with actionable steps and things of that nature, and then boom, he get injured and, you know, now he on probably medical leave and he on a fraction of the money he was making and things of that nature, then, you know, you got to at least get that man enough time to climb out of that hole. Timetable, that's tough to give because it depends on how long that y'all was together before then. So, but yeah, just, you know, immediately I say just give him grace, man, and just pay attention to how willing he is to take actionable steps toward the goal that y'all had, and then that's gonna give you your, you know, answer. But don't wait there forever, though.
How much grace would you accept if you was in that same situation? Leave it like that.
Well said. Appreciate you. Michael Richardson, again, Fireball, I need my replacement. I'm out in 10 years. Great entry level money, 70,000 walking through the door. See? Yeah, man. That it's so many ways to get money out here, man. It's so many, bro. But you know, you got to be patient. People be thinking they just gonna walk into the 150 or walk into the 200 fresh off the street. Sometimes you got to get to that company, put in a couple of years, man, and you know, work your way up to it. But you know, the money gonna be there. Perfect your craft, perfect your skills, and money, you know, the money gonna follow. Appreciate it, bro. He said, "Love y'all. This will keep some guys out of the streets on Friday night. Keep grinding, guys. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, that's the goal, man. We're just trying to, you know, just trying to provide some value. You know, we get asked a lot of questions all the time on Instagram, and we would love to answer all of them. We would really love to, man, but they just coming in at too rapid of a pace. So I would say we just gonna have a session. Though it ain't no panel debates and stuff like that. We just get to kick it with y'all, answer the questions y'all got live, right off the cuff. So we definitely appreciate y'all. Amy Davis with the 20 ball. Say the dating streets is trash. Men in their 40s and 50s playing games. Thank you to the crew. I enjoy watching you wise young black men. I'm 48. Y'all teaching me some things. Much love. Man, that's love, man. We appreciate it.
It's trash at all levels. Damn.
That's crazy, man, that we in this situation. That's why I'm so glad to be retired, man. I'm so glad to be out of the game.
I'm soon to be retired.
Facts.
And I ain't telling none of y'all to date. Only the fam gonna know. I'm just gonna drop out. Boom! I'm gonna be like the girls.
No explanation.
I need some bling too. I told I need some.
I'm trying to shine. Man. Nah, I appreciate you, Amy. Curvy Girl World was good. Say, how should you online date? Does the crew believe in it? Online dating. I'm guessing dating apps and dating sites and things of that nature.
Man, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard because I tried it for a little bit, a very, very brief stint.
How'd it go?
It was atrocious. It was atrocious, man. Like, just sitting here, I felt like a loser. Just swiping. No, I didn't feel like no loser. It was just different, man, because I'm just used to the organic feel.
Right.
Like, I've always been just that meet you in person, meet you at, we out at a lounge or at the grocery store, at the mall, anything like that, just random. And, we link up and start talking. That's how I normally do it. But when I tried the online stuff, it was weird because you got to, first, are you attracted to this person? And two, is a bio interesting enough? Because that's what I look at too, because some people really put their time into doing their bio and some don't. So some people get straight to the point, some people funny. So I look at that, and then, if we match, I try to initiate a conversation, but a lot of times it was dry. A lot of times they didn't know how to hold a conversation, let's be honest, or, I had a couple situations where Like they was just super territorial out the gate. We exchanged numbers. I'm like, okay, conversation kind of cool. But then, like you talking about, this probably third, fourth day we on the phone, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm about to go. I gotta go work out, or I gotta do X, Y, Z. And it's like, God, dog, you gotta this, or why you gotta get off the phone? Now, why you got? Cause now I got a life. Shit. But I had and I got catfish one time.
Oh no, you gotta tell that story.
Oh
now.
my
What happened?
God. Oh my God.
She told you like Janet Jackson, sort of look like Freddie Jackson.
Look like Freddie Jackson, fam. Oh, and that's another reason why I hate it.
What happened? You got to give me the play-by-play. I just go. You didn't tell us this story.
This one I lived in Katy.
Right.
All right, so this what happened. Story time.
Story time. Oh, we gotta get a button.
Wait till story time in a minute. All right, so this what happened. I'm single, mingling, I'm bored. I'm not. Are we getting out the house? We out the house at this time. Yeah, we'll definitely get out the house at this time. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I was just the dating market wasn't working for me at the time. So I'm like, let me just try something different. Let me just see what it's like.
Right.
I got a bunch of matches, That's me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so I go out. So I like seafood. So this particular person said she likes seafood too. I'm like, bet, we can go to LA Fisherman. You know what I'm saying? Get a little something light. And she said, okay. So we texting, whatever. I seen a few pictures. Now, I never FaceTime. And this is also why I got This is also why I got an iPhone like almost right after this. Like 3-4 months after this. So, I see this picture she used on the profile, whatever. This is like 2 days later. So it was kind of quick. And so I called her. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting ready to walk in or whatever. And I'm walking in, I'm looking. Trying to see who on the phone. I don't see them on their phone. Like, where you at? And she was like, I'm right here. I'm like, where? She's like, right here. And I like looked over. She was like as soon as you walk in, like in the chair. What? And I looked down. Boy, I was so disappointed, dog. I was so disappointed, dog.
What's she looking like? What's she look like, man? Your face does it all, boy.
You say about 70 pounds heavier.
Oh no, you didn't go out like that, did you?
Makeup. I mean, it was atrocious.
So what you do?
I got my shit to go.
You just sit down and eat with her?
I got my shit. Bro, I was so uncomfortable. I started sweating.
Oh.
I've been there like, I gotta go. I don't know what's wrong. Fam.
That nigga took a steak and some ribs to go. Oh no, y'all was eating seafood.
It was seafood.
That nigga took lobster and crab legs to go.
I took my snow crabs to go.
Oh, come on, man.
1 check. Now 2 checks. About.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to dip, dog. It was bad. I looked. I was like, I feel like smooth. I can't be seen.
Was it a nice restaurant?
No, LA Fisherman.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a high traffic area. That's a high traffic area. We can't risk that.
I couldn't be seen, dog. That was so embarrassing.
Damn.
So yeah, like 2 days later, I think I erased it and just like, nah, this ain't for me,
dog. She made you delete the whole app?
Yeah. I got catfish, bro. In person only. I gotta see you as is.
Bro, you know how trash you gotta be to make a motherfucker delete the whole app.
Yeah. They'll say it ain't for me.
Oh,
and I wouldn't have it ain't one like I was just really having trouble.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, let me just try something different.
Right.
But that's a bunch of weirdos. I understand women be talking about for the men. It's a bunch of weird women, bro, that really never, either never just had attention or never just really interacted with people.
Mm-hmm.
And so when they get a little attention, I'm a little handsome, you know what I'm saying? We conversing and, they get a little giddy or she's like, oh no, bro. Like, you are weird, bro. You are weirdo.
Give me some of the signs that because people watching this, they online dating. What's some of the signs that you're saying like, nah, this motherfucker's weird? You already said that they used to get super giddy for no reason. You trying to have a conversation with her, she giggling and did they have funny laughs and shit?
Nah,
it went like
that. I don't know, but it was just the demeanor,
right?
Just awkwardness all the time. It wasn't ever just a natural vibe, or like, everything felt like it was forced. Gotcha. And I know that's not me. I'm chill as hell. So I was like, yeah, this is not. Or just sense of humor. Oh, definitely, that was a big thing too. Sense of humor was way off.
What?
Or just general, black stuff that we watched growing up, coming up. When you trying to insert a little quick joke or something and they don't get it.
Right.
We can't vibe. I'm sorry.
Well, you heard it here, man. My man said stay away from it. Run, man. Run.
It's hard out here.
I think, if you can. The wild part is, I would say like Instagram and probably Twitter is probably the top 2 dating apps.
I would say that's better than just getting on Bumble or whatever that's, yes. Tinder, all that stuff, yes. Absolutely.
At least you get to like follow them for a minute. You get to watch their mindset, watch what they say. Don't get me wrong, they got some actors online, but eventually like your like real personality is gonna come out. You see what I'm saying? But on stuff like that, you literally going in blind date, but you going in blind. So yeah, I can see that. But I'm just trying to picture your face walking in that restaurant. I'd have been crying.
I was disappointed.
Ooh,
also the emotional people too. The emotional people too, dog. Is like there's just from the jump, they just tell you all their sad stories and all the traumas and all the like. And it's the first conversation.
Damn.
And you tell me about everything you've been through and how you lost this person, lost that person, and you did this, did that. I'm like, I get that we're trying to get to know each other, but that's a little
too much.
Your life was a little too much for me.
You need a therapist. You don't need a man right now.
Straight up.
Well, Kirby, man, we appreciate the question, man. Hopefully that we was able to provide some value. My girl came back to Fireball. Thank you, fellas, for doing a phenomenal job. I'm telling everyone about the Krew Season podcast. I also post shorts on my Facebook page. That's love, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. For real. We got it. That Big Money Sandra back again. Just $50. That boy Kenny made some people in the chat mad, man. The guy we had Sandra says, Kenny, this quote unquote imprinted older women is warm and loving, healthy, rich, and a great friend and community focused. Consider seeing women have value beyond marriage. Men are wonderful, but not everything. A new inclusive narrative needs to be considered. I agree. So I think that's like an older male perspective in terms of the one that he was given. It's like because even when they reference like why you should do it, they start talking back to like Roman times, and you used to bring the son to the dad, and he has to approve to pass from one covering to the other and things of that nature. But when you speak about that, you speak on women like their utility. No, this is your partner. This is your life partner. But even using the word partner in some of these spaces with old men, they take offense to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we ain't partners. I'm the husband. You my helpmate. You down here. I'm here. Is that, you know what I'm saying? So, I just don't really, agree with that notion. Now, I agree that, the father should have some say as far as like, once you bring him to the crib and he gonna give you his honest opinion.
Absolutely.
But I mean, women gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day. And that's what a lot of dads got to find out the hard way. You thinking, I raised her perfect. She good. Mm-hmm. When she go out in the world, she's still gonna want to experiment. She's still gonna want to try things. You know what I'm saying? It's just like dudes who, who might have 2 parents in the household and still became street dudes anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You got a daddy that go to work every day. You got a mama that love you, cook food for you. You got the best of clothes on, shoes on, and you still out there shooting and robbing people. Yep. So, people gonna try things. You know what I'm saying? But my whole thing is that if you're going to be out there trying things, this is the lay of the land. This is how it works. This is what you need to look for. This means that. That means this. You need to have a blueprint. You have a guideline, a raw and uncut guideline. And a lot of dudes don't be wanting to have that conversation with their daughter because they feel like they're going to enable bad behavior. Mm-hmm. And that's not necessarily what you're doing. You're teaching your daughter how to navigate, because when you go outside, it ain't shit ideal about what's going on outside. You know what I'm saying? So you need to have them prepared for that. And if you don't, you're going to have hell. And that's just honest. So appreciate you, Sandra. Otay with the 20 ball. I say Honeydew Holistics promotes self-care and self-love, but also promotes high promiscuities. Do y'all feel influences like this make it hard for women to see men who move with pure intentions and hurts the essence of self-care? Honeydew Holistics. They promote self-care and self-love, but also promote high promiscuities, basically sexual liberation. Do y'all feel like influencers who preach that message make it hard for women to see men who move with pure intentions?
Yeah, I would say for sure, especially being an influencer, because shit, they just doing it just to get that check. They do what they gotta do. They gonna promote it. They, somebody paying them a nice, piece of change to promote this. They gonna do it. That's just where we at. Some people just don't have any morals about themselves. It's right now. It's the time. It's about the bag. I'm gonna get it by any means. It don't matter what I do, who I hurt, what I say. I'm just gonna do it because I'm gonna benefit from it. But yeah, the promiscuities. Hey man, I've been talking about this forever. And again, people gonna find out. You gotta let it run its course. We can say as much as we want, but you're gonna see. Keep being outside, keep being a hot girl, keep doing all that stuff, and then you're gonna be like some of these women and be wondering why you can't find a good man when you done passed up 5, 6 of them early on. He was too square for you, or you just wasn't ready because you want to live your life. You want to have your self-care, which self-care is fine. But if your goal is to get married, you got to throttle that down and focus on more of that versus being outside and being with friends and being seen and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't promote high promiscuity. I don't give a damn if it's men or women. I feel like people got to value themselves a bit more, and I be getting on men about this all the time, bro. Some dudes is just out here messing with chicks that shouldn't even be in the same stratosphere as you, just because we want sex. No, you need to mess with women who are on your level. I don't care how she looks. Just because she looks away does not mean she's on your level. What is her mindset? What does her lifestyle look like? What does her family structure look like? All these things matter. Men got to be a bit more selective in that. But as far as women, hell no. If you out here just giving the ass up loosey goosey, you losing value every time you do that. And damn the value on the outside, you losing value in yourself. Because your most prized possession, you know what I'm saying, outside of your mind, you just throwing it around loosely. You know what I'm saying? Like that is the pathway in which you give life. It's a lot of power in that. It's a lot of influence in that. And for you to just be out here living a life of promiscuity, I would never advise that. I think you need to preserve yourself if it's really self-love, and again, make men earn that access to you. And like I always say, it ain't about the sex, it's the access. Make them men earn access. And then the ones who worthy is going to be still standing. The ones who not, you're going to get the hell out of Dodge and find them an easier task. But, promoting somebody to be promiscuous is crazy to me. No, men or women, no. We need to move with a bit more diligence, and we need to mess with people who are on our level or higher. Period.
You say something to try to promote, just to, you try to say something that goes against it out of respect for yourself, and all of a sudden it's, oh, you can't tell me what to do with my body. But it's like, I'm trying to save you. I'm really trying to help you. But they don't want to hear that. So, some people just got to go through it to understand, the reasons why people say don't do certain things,
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about life, man. All you can do is give people the information. People going to do with it what they will. But when it goes left, I want you to think to yourself about what I told you. I want you to think to yourself about how I told you it was going to come off. You ain't got to give me a phone call. You ain't got to give me a text message. You ain't got to send me a DM. Just remember what I told you when it happens. So that's just that. Some people got to go get burned by that stove to know it's hot. Appreciate you though. Melisha, hope I'm saying it right. That's a dope name. Melisha with the 20 ball. Says, what is romance to y'all? How important is it in a relationship, and how early should you expect romantic gestures while in the dating phase? I know 3 and 1.
You're saying she had 3 questions in one? Anyway.
Yeah. So what is romance to you?
Romance. They call me Ricky Romance for y'all that don't know. This is my bag right here. Let me adjust this mic.
There we go.
Can hear me good.
I wish I had some slow music I could play without us getting flagged.
Man, romance. Honestly, I take pride in being romantic. Knowing that that's what women really enjoy. It ain't for everybody. It's not for you. You can't do it just for anybody and everybody. I think, especially when you early on, you can show flashes, but that's not something that you should just always do for somebody that you just casually with. Now, what does it look like? You can be as creative as you want. I'm the type of person I try to think outside the box. So romanticism to me is not like paying for your nails, paying for your hair. Like that's not romantic. Romantic is like going that step further. I like, setting up like a little treasure hunt or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Have your girl set up at this place, or she wake up and then you got an envelope on the dresser. You got an envelope in the bathroom. She open it up and it's like, some type of riddle that she got to solve that takes her here and takes her there. I've done that before. So there's many ways you can be romantic. Small gestures around the house, I think is romantic. What else I done? I didn't been in my bag so many times.
Why y'all getting started with this?
It could be a romantic, could be, instead of y'all taking a vacation, y'all could, do a staycation. Get a nice hotel somewhere, get a babysitter if y'all got kids. You know what I'm saying? Jazz it up. Go outside the box. Do it right. Sometimes order a little, order a bottle of champagne or order a bottle of wine for the table. Don't always do, the same thing over and over sometimes. You gotta switch it up. Your woman like to be shown off, and she wants to feel appreciated. What's another romantic? Intimate time. Cooking together can be romantic.
Right.
Give your woman body rubs, rubbing her feet, stuff like that. All that stuff can be romantic. You got to do that for your woman several times a month, especially if she good to you and she taking care of you. You got to do it because that, of course, you need that physical time, but there's that intimate time doing small gestures for each other. Not looking for anything in return is huge. I got my back can be deep, but
Yeah, man, it's your time to shine, Ricky Romance. I hear you.
You can go. I'll probably come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think romance, man, for one, is just simply attention to detail. It is attention to detail. Attention to detail is intimate because I'm studying you enough to know what makes you tick or what makes you feel like your best self or what's going to trigger you to like get into your bad chick bag. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of men who with women and don't know how to make them tap into that. So they experience the sex and be like, sex ain't even that good. But that's because you ain't took the time to really learn that woman, pay attention to detail on what's gonna bring that filth out of her. The fact is, most women, 99.9997%, they have a just filthy side to them.
Mm-hmm.
But every man don't get access to that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But the men who pay attention to detail and know how that woman operates, know what it's gonna take to get her there, they the ones who experience it. And what I mean by that is there's certain women who you could just walk in the room and like if you handsome and she just horny, then y'all gonna get into y'all bag and have amazing sex. But there's other women who, you gotta warm them up to it. They don't just snap in the mood like that. You may have to, again, it's like a bunch of the things O said, giving her that those words of affirmation, flowers and holding hands and opening doors for a walk by, hand caress that back and things of that nature, kiss on the cheek, kiss on the neck, slight stuff, not nothing crazy, but just slight stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just to like get her in tune and have you on her mind. And then by the time y'all get to the situation, she and that operating like a grade A porn star because you done brought that up out of her. You see what I'm saying? So I think romance is just simply attention to detail, and those who pay attention to detail, they know how to move. Those who don't, they're a bit confused as to why they're not getting the result that they may want. How important is it in a relationship? It's imperative. The relationship will not survive without romance, because even early on, like a lot of times romance is not really necessary for the sex early on, but that's because y'all in that infatuation stage. It's still new, you attractive as hell, been wanting you or whatever. We finally doing this thing and we just tapping right into the, you know, benefits of romance without us having to go through it, right? But the longer you in that relationship, the more attention that you got to pay to detail and the more important that becomes in terms of sustaining it. So it's of the utmost important. A relationship will not survive without it, plain and simple. How early that is should be exhibited, I say once that person earns it, once y'all are, you know, exclusive, you know, it's a situation of, you know, gotta start making people put up or shut up, man. Stop giving people 98, 99% of the benefits of you without no commitment, without no serious intention and how they moving. That's when it should be administered. You know what I'm saying? Preferably marriage, but you know, I know how people operate, man. People out there doing their thing. And you know, I ain't here to judge. But if that's what you're doing, then you know it needs to be some type of intention. It needs to be some type of exclusivity before you just tap into that. It shouldn't be a situation where there's just a dude who I like a lot. He ain't consistent at all, or whatever. But you know,
I'm just about to get to that. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just unleashing all the benefits on him. No, save that romance, and men too. Make sure that it's a woman that you really give a damn about. You don't want to be out here being super romantic to a chick who with you for your bread, or a chick who out here moving with transactional intentions or full of entitlement and ain't willing to open up and, you know, be that woman that you need her to be. You shouldn't be doing that shit. And there's a lot of men doing that. You know what I'm saying? So those type of women, you just give a little bit of, you know, grade B, minor strokes and get up out of there.
And they said it's not the same when there's no connection. It's a fact, 1,000%. You can't just, like, to me, definitely emotions is behind some of the romance too. You can't just give that shit to anybody. That's why. That's why quite a few of y'all be mad when these dudes don't get y'all there for Valentine's Day, because he really don't like you like that. He's not trying to go all out. He's not trying to be romantic. He's not trying to be thoughtful, because he don't like you like that.
Facts.
Unfortunately, like a man that likes you, he gonna find a way to be creative, even if it's corny. He gonna find a way to make your day. You know what I'm saying? And there's some people make Valentine's Day a big deal, some people don't. But I mean, a simple card, some flowers, you know, buy them lunch that day. You know, it could be some small gestures like that, you know, depending on how your woman like celebrate Valentine's Day. But just some thoughtful things. Sometimes maybe don't buy a card. Maybe write the note yourself, handwritten note. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Spray a little cologne on it.
Yeah.
You know, hey,
get in
I
that
can't
bag,
be out everything, man.
Talk every
can't
to
tell
him,
everything. Women just like thoughtful things, man. Just so really think about the things that she like and try to cater to it with your own flavor. That's the best I can explain it to you.
That's facts, man. Appreciate the question. All right, this is the last one, man. Then we're gonna bring up another guest, man. Now you're laying in the building with the 50 ball. Pardon me, man. Don't allow me to okay. 50 ball. Appreciate you, Naya. We got a scenario. All right, Miss Naya says, I met a guy at 18 and he was 19. We are 27 and 28 now. I thought we would get married, but we aren't going to work. Thing is, we have 2 kids now. I know the dating scene will be a little different for me now, but any advice on getting back on the scene? 2 kids, 28 years old, ain't had no real dating experience since 18.
First question, do you plan on having any more kids? Because that will kind of determine who you should date. But 2, my opinion would be to find somebody that does have kids, because y'all could bring that union together. Because as a man, 2 kids, especially if he don't have any kids, that's going to be hard for him to accept and take you seriously and, you know, try to make something of it if he doesn't have any kids. Now, if he got a kid or 2, I think he'll take you more serious, because we understand that things happen, you know. Sometimes people get divorced after being married and had kids. You were trying to do it the right way. So for the most part, it's 2 kids, but you were in a long-term relationship. So looking at it is like, okay, your intentions were good. You just didn't get married.
Right.
It wasn't like you just had 2 kids just recklessly and, you know, there was nothing behind it. So I think, you know, a guy may be a little more open to that because it was a serious relationship and that was the only relationships you had. So that shows loyalty, that shows commitment, that shows that at one point at least, you know, you respected who he was. So those are good things to have and to look for. But like I said, in my opinion, I would just think, especially at now that you 27, 28, yeah, definitely. It'll be easier to date if you met somebody with a kid.
Yeah, I think at this point, man, like you gotta spend some time figuring out who you are as a woman.
Facts.
Because you've been in relationship mode for the past decade. So I mean, you may be 27, but realistically, dating wise, you 19. So you gotta establish like what it is that I really want. Really study the game tapes of the relationship and how it went bad, and what you could have did differently, what he could have did differently. Like really, as objective of a list, and I mean actual lists, like writing it out. That you can come up with, and that's going to help you kind of shape what it is that you're looking for, so you can waste as less time as possible. Because if you don't, then you're just gonna go out here dating dudes left and right. We on 100 different dates, 100 different personalities. I'm trying to juggle.
Be green right now.
Super green, super green. You know what I'm saying? So with that, you want to go into those dates and this dating experience as prepared as you can. And the best way to prepare is knowing yourself. Right now, I'm not sure how much you actually know yourself. As far as the single
Very
you.
true. Very true.
You know the relationship you, which is two totally different people.
And the mother you.
And right. And the mother you. You know what I'm saying? So that done been your life for the past decade. And you're gonna have to figure out who you are outside of that, because that's what's gonna attract the next man to you. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of women are in similar situations, as you see in the chat. I'm seeing it. So yeah, that was me. That was me. A lot of women just jump right out that relationship and look to jump right into another one. You know what I'm saying? But not really taking that time to learn, okay, what do I really want from a man? What type of man? What am I looking for? What are my non-negotiables? What am I willing to tolerate? What am I willing to bend on? What am I not willing to bend on? Literally making a real list and then going back into that dating scene. And it's going to be easier to date because you got a rubric. So when you're going on these dates and y'all having these conversations, you thinking to your non-negotiable list. Okay, I'm asking him questions based on my list. He giving me an answer. Okay, I like that answer. Wait, I hate that answer. He crossed off the list. Let's move on to the next type of shit. Like that. Like that's how it need to be. It need to be system oriented until you get that experience enough to be able to do it on your own. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my advice, man. You got to take the time to learn who single you is and what single you looks like, especially with kids. Because I mean, we're just gonna be honest. 2 kids, that is a task to take on. Speaking from like a man who's just walking into that situation, that is a task, and those things are gonna work against you. So you need to make sure that you're as prepared as possible, so you don't waste your time. There's plenty of dudes that come in there and play a role, to come in there and try to smash and get up out of there. And because you don't have the experience, you may not be able to catch it like you need to. You know what I'm saying? So that would be my advice. But I mean, fact is that it's gonna be nothing easy about it. Nothing easy about it, but you got to be as prepared as you possibly can. That would be my advice.
15 years, man. Somebody said 15 years that happened to them. Please don't waste y'all time. We talk about that all the time, man. Like if you should already know, if being married is one of your goals, y'all need to talk about that early. Plain and simple. And if it's not done, if he hasn't proposed to you, or y'all haven't had serious talks about marriage or engagement, anything like that, and it's been 2 years, you need to throw it away. And if y'all do have a conversation and he bring up finances, okay, so how can we help? How can we get past the situation? Because there are some men who think about the finances, especially when it comes to a wedding. Y'all don't have no house yet. That's a lot of pressure on some men.
Right.
So if y'all can have a realistic conversation where if it is marriage, then get married. You don't have to have a huge wedding. It ain't got to be that way. Now, if you want a huge wedding, then you just know that's going to take time. In most cases, just being honest, everybody don't have money. So in most cases, it's going to take some time and you're going to have to get there. So is that person willing to build, or do they just feel like they just financially can't provide right now? If you want to get married, that's going to be one of the biggest things. So don't waste all your time. Please don't. Please don't.
Well, Naya, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. Hopefully, we was able to provide some value, man. All right, we're gonna bring up our next guest. We have Miss
Scared to start over.
Miss Jasmine in the building.
What's up, Jazz? What's up?
Hi.
Is that a Krew hoodie?
Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, you good. You great.
Okay. I'm
I was
sorry.
trying to see if that was one of our hoodies. But it's not, I don't think it is. Okay.
No, it's not.
Okay.
She all right.
It's
All
just
right.
a black basic
Oh,
hoodie.
it's all good. How you doing? You all right?
I'm doing great. How are you guys
Good.
doing?
Incredible, man. I appreciate you asking.
Good. I really like your podcast. It's so positive. It's good to see black men, especially wanting, other black, singles and, just to see us winning. That's like really positive.
That's love, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, you got for us tonight?
Huh?
You got something for us tonight, question-wise?
Yeah, well, I kind of wanted to piggyback off the last question that you all asked. And that was, going about dating while you are like a parent, because I'm sorry if I'm shaking the camera. I don't have nowhere to put my phone, but like when you go into the dating scene, like as a parent, it can be like a little difficult because like you don't want to withhold the information, but you don't want to come off like mad strong either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but I personally, I've seen people use their children in a way to protect them. They're like, yo, my kids can keep me from meeting like the douchebags. The douchebags and stuff like that. Or they would just not say anything because they're like wanting to protect their kids, So it's really just like what works for you type of thing. But how would you all navigate that?
I would say right out the gate, man, announcing that you got them as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as possible. And as far as meeting, hell no. But as far
right,
as announcing,
right.
you know what I mean? They crazy out here. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
But I mean, just again, laying it all out on the table, because that right there is gonna whittle away at least a decent amount of the men who there for games. The fact is that if we on a date and you tell me that, immediately in my head it's like, okay, I gotta come with my I's dotted, T's crossed. I gotta be on point, because I'm not just signing up for her. I'm signing up to lead her and her kids and this family that we creating. So it's way more of a responsibility there. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm there for games,
right.
hell nah, I'm out. I ain't got time for this game. I'm trying to be with something that I can hit, ASAP and do my thing.
You gotta worry about putting nobody to bed.
Right.
Sneaking in the house because you got a teenager or something.
Right. So yeah, I think it should be announced. But at the same time, I don't. And this right here is a mistake that a lot of women make. Like they kind of market themselves as mothers.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like the Instagram, you go to her gram, 90% of the pictures is kids. It's in her bio. It's this. It's that.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you said that, because like I'm a parent or whatever, and I don't market my kids because like the internet is like mad creepy.
Right.
So I feel like, it's nothing wrong with sharing your kids, but even like you guys, like you got to be careful, because you don't know if you're going to meet Chester the molester. Let's just keep it a buck. But it's just mad creepy, So I feel like in any situation, if you are a parent, like it'll be sent to you when it's time. You know what I mean? I think in the early stages anyway, you should focus on getting to know that person for yourself, and it keeps everything just, balanced. But I've been in a season right now where I'm like just really focused on career. And that's been like the healthiest thing for me right now. Sometimes I don't even think mentioning careers, well, at least I thought, let me take back that. I thought, oh, don't mention your career, because that intimidates some guys nowadays. It's almost like as women, we're being taught to be like hard bodies, like boss up on a dude, romanticize your life. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, that's pretty dope. You're going to be in your bag. You're going to, take care of yourself. But if you do so much for yourself that your guy can't do nothing for you, then what's the point, And then the guys are being taught like, just be a player. And it's like, that's why I love you guys' podcast so much, because you guys speak from, both angles in a healthy way,
Right. Yeah, man. I mean, bro, I agree, man. I think,
I work in healthcare, for example. I work in healthcare. So I'm around like doctors. I'm around, guys, firefighters, all kind of people, And so it's like we live in a world where it's not just you and I. So you should feel confident as a guy, like, when my woman step away, she's doing the right thing by me. And, be confident in that, and vice versa, you know. And I also think that therapy and counseling is a good thing, and you don't have to seek that just when things are like bad. Like you can go to counseling when things are good, you know what I mean? But
Maintenance.
yeah, but you definitely need to go if you know you have some kind of trauma. Like that's so healthy for you. And I don't know why as Black people we feel like we're going to be embarrassed, people are going to talk about our business, but it's your business to make sure you're okay, you know?
Yeah. It's taboo. Like growing up where we from, like you mentioned therapy. Damn, you crazy? What's wrong with you? I ain't doing that. I ain't crazy. I ain't going to that. But it's just all you really going to is for just an outside opinion that's unbiased. Fact is that, you know, our family and stuff do have the best intentions for us, but with that comes implicit bias. You know what I'm saying? So they may not hold that mirror up as straight as they need to for you to see exactly what you need to see in it in comparison to somebody who ain't got no investment. I'm telling you exactly what I see. And this is what most people who on the outside is gonna see. It ain't no rose-colored glasses attached. So I mean, I agree. You know, as far as career, man, I think you'll be good as long as you don't, you know, as long as women don't wear it on their sleeve. You know, a lot of women kind of wear their degree, wear their career on their sleeve. The same way I was talking about wearing their motherhood on their sleeve. Because when you do that, what that does is, as a man, I feel like I'm gonna have to take on these responsibilities early or way earlier than I'm feeling pressured or rushed into taking on your kids and stuff like that. If you marketing yourself as a mother, the same way with your career, if you just heavily talking about that all the time, it's like, okay, well, I'm about to play second fiddle. So her career is obviously very important to her. She's bringing it up over and over and over again, and I don't really want that as a man. I want us to have our union. Don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna step on what you're doing career-wise, but make room for me as well. If I'm a man and I'm in a situation and I got to question how I can take care of you, or I got to question what type of value that I could even bring to this situation, it ain't gonna last. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? So like women got to be careful with that. And don't get me wrong, I understand a lot of them proud of their career and their degrees, which they should be. Shit, you worked hard to get that. But at the same time, you got to create a space for that man to be able to come in, be a man.
And I'm glad you said that. And I won't hog the space because I know you got to get back to like your super chats and you may got somebody else waiting. But I'm so glad you said that because like that's the number one thing that women want to feel. We want to feel safe. You know what I mean? And safe across the board, like financially, spiritually, and all of that, right? So it's like in order for us to feel safe, a guy has to be safe with himself. You know what I mean? Like that's just a given. And vice versa too. I don't want to come across like I'm just coming at the guys, but I'm really trying to root for the ladies because, you know, we need to get us a man. But no, seriously, like we want to feel safe. At least that's for me. Like I don't pick dudes' pockets and be on like some weird stuff. Like I feel like, you know, if I had to choose anything that I wanted from a guy, to feel safe.
Right. I got a quick question for you before you go. So you seem like you're doing pretty well for yourself, I would assume. Is there a salary limit, salary requirement that you have for somebody that you're dating?
A floor.
Is there a salary requirement that I have for someone I'm dating?
Well, someone that you're interested in or someone that you would like to be with. Is there a salary requirement?
There isn't a salary requirement. And the reason why I say this is because with me working in healthcare, there was a lady that was in the hospital. Her husband does construction and he had a part fall on his leg. So from like his knee down to his ankle, we were doing everything we could to like save the muscle, and unfortunately it was dead. So he had to have half of his leg amputated. So I'm sorry if I'm a little country. I'm from Tennessee.
Okay. You all good. We from Texas. I feel you.
So she didn't run out on him. She wasn't like, yo, your leg broke and like ditch him or anything. She was there every single day, hand and foot with her spouse. She wasn't looking at him like weird and, you know, like she was by her husband's side as she should be, you know? So I don't look at it like that because we're talking about vials, you know, and through sickness and health and just everything that could come your way. Because obviously, just like when you get baptized, everything is coming your way all of a sudden. Like this stuff wasn't going on before, you know? So for me, you have to stand strong in that thing. You know what I mean? Like you have to like be like, look, okay, not today, say. So be like a salary requirement. I feel like I just don't see that being a requirement personally.
Okay, so he can make less than you, and you would date him.
Yes.
Okay.
Valid.
Because this is the main thing is my peace for him and I, okay? It's worth way more than money.
Facts.
Honorable.
Well, look, Jazz, we appreciate you tapping in, man. It's been a hell of a conversation, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Y'all can follow me at Jasmine Elise 4_, okay? I would love that.
I heard him, man. Tap in. Love.
All right, bye guys.
Bye. Yeah, man.
There we go. I knew we had some normal people out here.
Yeah, that's why I say you gotta get out this little manosphere space. You see people actually just got living real lives and in real relationships, man. All right, we're gonna bring up our next guest. Landa, how you doing?
What's up, fellas?
What's going on?
What's up?
I'm coming out of Ohio to bring you fellas y'all flowers. I just started tuning into you guys about a month ago because I'm real heavy on Stefan Speaks. So a lot of your clips was coming up and I tap on them. I decided to see what y'all about. Man, y'all get me my 8-hour shift at work. I laugh, all that. But my is a few guests back tonight. The guy was talking about bringing your women should bring a guy with a father to vet and vice versa. Men should bring. And I agree with him on that. But the reality that doesn't happen. But I will say for my parents, because I am the young four and I have 2 older brothers, they're like 18 years. Men do bring their women around. My brothers brought all their girlfriends. I mean, some they were dating 2 and 3 at a time. To me, my sister, my mom, and they want us to what you think about and all this. And it's more women. It is harder. And I guess my question is, if you had a daughter or a niece or just a family member younger and she brought a gentleman around, and I know you all say we see what y'all don't see. We see that makes them good or whatever you seen that makes them like, leave them alone. What is it that men see in a guy that will make you say, leave him alone, or he's a good dude?
For the most, especially when you older, like you can see through the BS. And I think just guys just have a natural radar of if somebody is kind of who they say they are, if they portraying somebody else, or if they're a solid individual. And a lot of times it's just basic conversation, especially me coming up, like a lot of dads respecting me because I would always say, yes, sir, no, sir. We having dialogue. I'm not cursing, I'm just kicking. I'm just being myself. And I think that's a big thing. Being yourself, seeing how much respect that person has, because that speaks to how they were raised. And so you see a kid acting crazy that's dating your daughter, you can only imagine how the parents are.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, just gestures. I'm watching him as he walk in. Did he open the door for my daughter? Does he mind helping me if I'm doing something? Does he mind jumping up, just helping me somewhere around the house or something like that? It's small gestures like that that I think men look for.
Because I do agree, you all say that men do vet better than women. I agree with that hands down. We're horrible. When we see what we like as women, that's what we like.
Right.
And like you, and I agree with you all them boundaries we had, the boundaries is for the guys we don't like.
That's facts.
The boundaries for the guys you don't like, because the guy you liking, he never does nothing wrong.
Talk to him.
I will say, as a sister who loves her big brothers, and I think we undermine how we feel as sisters about our brothers. We're that same way about our brothers. I look at, if I don't like her, I don't like her, and I look at how she treats my brother, how she treats him, like undermine a sister's role and you focus on how a brother is about a sister. We as sisters, I'm like that about my brothers, and I'm like, nah, she ain't blah 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 because this is what she be doing, because I know how I am when she ain't it. She don't love you.
Well,
I just wanted your take on that. What is it that you all see that we don't see in the guys that,
you know what it is?
Right.
It's that, you know what it is that like when we look at them, especially like once we get a bit older and a bit more mature, we look at them and we identify with where they are in their life because we was there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So more times than not, if that's your big brother or if that's your daddy, he done evolve way past that level. But we can still see the traits. We know, okay, he be playing games, or we know, hey, he's not taking this as serious, because when I was in his situation and I was dating chicks and I wasn't trying to take them serious, that's what I was doing. Or when I was taking them serious, I was a bit nervous. I was making sure I was on my P's and Q's. I'm going to meet up pops. I ain't coming in there with my pants sagging. I ain't coming in there with grills in my mouth. I ain't coming in there with all this. I'm coming in there respectful, because impressing her daddy is important to me, because I actually like her. In comparison to, you know what I'm saying, a guy just showing up, hey man, what up, pops? I'm such and such, you know. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's a different level of intention that you move with. So as an older man, we can tell, even if they trying to fraud it, we can see right through it, because we done frauded it before, and when we frauded it, it looked like that. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, bro, it's so important for women. Also, we automatically gonna look at it with skepticism, because we not attracted to them in comparison to, like, if it was the same sex, right? Let's say you brought her to your sister or something. If she see the dude and he might have pizzazz, right? Because she might would date him if he was a little older. So she gonna wear the same rose-colored glasses that you look at him with. But if it's me, I ain't got no interest. So it's skepticism. I'm analyzing black and white logic. Do we have this? Do we have that? Also, as men being outside, we know what it takes to survive outside. And we know what it takes to be somebody of substance outside. So when we look at you and you carrying yourself a certain way, first thing we think it is, okay, if they get into an issue, is he gonna be able to defend her? Or, you know, when he go around other dudes, is he the peon in the room, or is he the dude that they look up to? Like we don't want our sister with nobody, or our daughter or whatever, with nobody that's the peon in the room. Like he got to be a man of respect. Not saying he got to be a super thug or whatever the case may be, but he got to be versatile enough to adapt in every room. He got to be able to read the room in terms of getting y'all out of danger or whatever, because those senses are like necessary. And like I said, at that point that we doing the evaluating, we done evolved way past that. So we done seen it all, we done it all, and we done been in a bunch of different environments. So we can look at a guy and tell within 10 minutes whether or not he'll be able to survive in all of the different phases that they're going to be in.
Minutes, though.
Yeah, man. 10 minutes.
I'll tell you about a quick situation with my little brother when he was dating a girl, and I know he's going to watch this too. We told him early on, it was signs, like it was red flags. It was signs like she never wanted to come over to the house. When she did come over to the house, she always wanted to stay outside in the car. Like she always wanted to isolate him from the family.
Right.
And we kept telling him, like, bro, you got to be careful. And then it was the way she was acting, the way she was talking. It was just all that kind of combined together. And so as he kind of slowly started revealing stuff from her side, it all made sense. And we was like, yep. We was like, this girl is trying to control you, bro. But he couldn't see it. You know, he was in love. That was his girl. And everything we was telling him that was going to happen was just one by one.
Back to back.
And then he finally woke up and snapped out of it. But during that time, he was deep. I mean, I'm talking to where he gonna kill me. It was times to where like it was like family functions and he wasn't pulling up. Like that was the type of grasp that she had on him at that time. But he was young. He was 18, 19. But it was still, we were trying to tell him like, bruh, you gotta relax. You gotta open your eyes, like wake up. But he was just so deep into it, he couldn't shake it.
So, Trill, I know you're married. And OT, you just got engaged, correct?
Soon to be married. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You guys, did y'all bring women around your family or sisters or aunties? I know men do it. Y'all don't have a problem with it.
At all. Even women that we ain't even serious about, we'll bring around there just to vet.
And my brother, he don't watch the show, so he ain't gonna hear me out his business. But I knew his wife wasn't good for him, and I told him, I said, and sure enough, I said, you one of the it's many ways a woman can show that they loving that man, and one of them is she'll cater to your mother.
Facts.
She'll cater to your mother. And I told him, I said, I know because I'm a woman who's been in love, and you love their mother, you check up on, you stop by, whether you bring her flowers, like she need things from the store and things like that. She did none of that to my mother. I said, that is not your wife, and she don't love you. If you don't love, how you not love the woman who birthed the man that you claim you love? Period. That's a deal breaker for me. And but needless to say, I guys keep doing. I tune in every day. Right now, I'm binge watching.
Okay. What episode you on?
I love when all four y'all on the panel, and I just love it. I love the brotherhood. It's like sitting in the room with my cousins.
Right.
And I love my family's predominantly male, so all of what you all say, because I'm a little older than y'all, I've heard it, and I agree with y'all. And I don't understand how women debate with men how men think. I never.
We've been trying to figure that out for years, man.
And I know men think different than women. I understand that. I'm not a feminist. I don't want equal. I don't want to be equal as a man. I'm a lady. I don't want to do all the dirty work. They can have it.
Right.
But I just want to say shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Keep doing what you're doing. I got my friends tuning in, and I like to see y'all do well in the future. And thanks for having me up tonight.
Thank you so much. Oh, we really appreciate that.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you. Yeah, man. Dope conversation, man. Salute to Landa. So, hold on. We're gonna read a couple of them. Ali in the building. That's family right there, man.
Baby Cuz.
What you been on, boy?
What's up, Baby Cuz?
Well, thank you on right there, man. My boy said Baby should be getting his ass beat part heaviest. You done got your heart broke out there. What's going on, man?
What's up, baby? Yeah, we ain't seen you in a minute, big dog. You normally in the comments, in the chats, everything.
Yeah, bro, you got to tap in with us, man. Let us know what the hell going on. We appreciate you though. You know that. Naya with the 10 ball. Thank you for the advice. It was great. I would prefer to date someone with 1 or 2 kids already because I don't want any more kids. Taking time for myself though. Thanks again.
Facts,
that's love, man.
Facts.
Love.
And I'm wishing you nothing but the best, for real.
Facts. All right, man. We're gonna bring a couple more people up, man. We ain't gonna be on here all night.
No,
you know what I'm saying? What time is it?
11:20.
Okay, one more person up. And then we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. We gotta get home and take care of business. My little girl's birthday tomorrow. So it's some prepping involved for that, man. But we appreciate everybody for tapping in with us. As always, like I said, we're gonna try to do this thing every Friday, man. And you know what I'm saying, go from there. But real quick, we're gonna bring up who we got in the back. Dream, you there?
Yeah, hello.
What's going on? How you doing?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Incredible, man. I appreciate you asking.
I'm a little nervous, but I just want to ask. For me, I'm 24 and I'm dating a 34-year-old. I usually like taking men advice. I think women are like kind of emotional thinking. So, any advice that you would give to me as a 24-year-old dating a 34-year-old?
After you, sir. Well, for one, how is it going so far? Like, are y'all like, do y'all relate a lot, or is it a bunch of like trying to figure out which ground we on? We kind of having issues being on the same page. Like, how's the dynamics of the relationship so far?
I think so I've moved from Pensacola, Florida to Virginia now. So I think it's serious. Like I never been outside of my city, if that makes sense. So
okay.
He's in the military. I think I was kind of raised like by guys. I was kind of like a little rough head. And so I had to learn how to be like a little more softer. I'm softer to my men regardless, but it's like I had to be a little more submissive, taking his thought, leaning back a little bit, letting him take control. I had a father in my life, but he passed 2009. So for me, And my mom, I don't know, she just do some things I just want to do. So I try to be better than that, if that makes sense.
Right.
I think like in arguments, well, not arguments, somewhat arguments, disagreements or whatever. We got heated before, but I still try to be like soft spoken but I just have this bar like, okay, hold on, we getting there, you know, so it kind of,
Right.
you know, get me up there a little bit, like, I'm gonna need you to calm down and it goes from there. But I think I really do feel like it's going good. He's a good business partner. He's a good partner regardless. I do want to spend my life with him. He was my first. So it's like a traditional thing. So I'm trying to learn how to be that woman to cook, cater to him, and et cetera, et cetera. So for me to like, I don't know. I just want to like advice if you would give to your niece, your daughter, or family member.
I tell you, man, right out the gate, like disregard every relationship that you've seen outside of your own. Disregard it. You know, a lot of people get caught up in trying to act out what they may have seen, maybe in their household or by their auntie or their best friend relationship or my big sister relationship. So, you know, she doing this in her relationship, so I need to do this. Now, what needs to happen is that you need to sit down with that man and y'all iron out your own blueprint, even if it's unorthodox. Because fact is that man may like different things than the man in a relationship that you're trying to emulate. But your job as his woman, as his future wife, and what we talked about a little bit earlier, as far as like paying attention to detail, is find out what makes that man tick, find out what makes that man feel appreciated, you know, and then you just go out of your way to provide those things as much as you possibly can. For some men, that's cooking. You know, for other men, that's words of affirmation. For other men, that's loyalty or whatever it is. But just find out, you know, what it is that makes that man feel like a man. And you try to provide that as much as possible. I mean, because he sound like a solid dude. He moving you to him, and it's gonna be us, and we doing this. So he moving with intention. So that right there is the biggest box checked off the list right out the gate. So what your mindset should be at that moment is trying to match that intention and trying to match that level of effort, trying to match that level of commitment. And like I said, you do that by paying attention to detail. And that's literally sitting them down there, going back to when y'all first met and playing the question game if necessary and taking notes. What is it that you value? How can I show up and help you be the best version of you? What can I provide for that? And sometimes you might have to ask it 2 or 3 times because men, we a bit stubborn. We're gonna say, "Oh, I don't need nothing. You good at this? You good? What you doing? I'm cool." No.
I'm guilty of that too.
Keep digging, and
For
eventually he's gonna say, "Well, you know what, man? You know, I like this, or I like when you do that." You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that you should be paying heavy attention to, and literally writing notes down if it's necessary. But just to try to get those things to that man as often as possible, because that's the number one thing that men run into as far as issues. A lot of men in relationships to where we don't feel appreciated, and it's not like the woman is doing it maliciously, but it's just she ain't really took the time to really study that man and ask that man those questions in terms of like, what can I do to make him feel appreciated? Instead, she did what I told you to don't do at the beginning of the situation. My aunt did this to her husband, so I'm gonna do it. My mama did this to her husband when she wanted to make him feel special, so I'm gonna do it. Or I think he would like this, so I'm gonna do it anyway. And that may not be what that man likes. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna always be a disconnect there. So that would be my advice, man. Pay attention to detail. Find out what makes that man feel like a man and what makes that man feel appreciated, and do that as often as you possibly can.
And open communication too. Just try to create that boundary too, so that he's able to open up to you and tell you what he likes and don't like. Because if he's not comfortable about sharing, you know, real deep information, he's not gonna do it if you don't set that environment. But it's like an onion. You're just peeling back layers and layers and layers every single time. And I think a lot of times, especially if you're really serious with that person, it's gonna take some time because you're gonna learn something new about them every week, every day, you know. But you got to ask the right questions. Just keep asking questions. All the uncomfortable questions. If y'all say y'all love each other like y'all say y'all do, it shouldn't be hard. And by hard, I'm just meaning because you can have the conversation. It may be difficult for him to get out what he's saying, but just the conversation in general shouldn't be, you know, hard itself. So, but yeah, just communicate. Just try to learn about that person every day. Learn something new. Every other day, learn something new. I think that's key. And then once you put him on the pedestal, you should be able to reap those benefits and see, when he noticed that you're really taking time out for him, then you'll see the more effort that he gives you on the other end.
Yeah, I agree. And also, man, when y'all having y'all disagreements and arguments, it's like you just said, remember who that man is, and remember how much investment that he has in you, how much he loves you, how much he wants y'all to be married, and he wants y'all to win, and he wants you to be a part of his legacy. Remember all these things when y'all having those disagreements, and that right there is gonna help you take things a bit less personal.
Yes.
In terms of when he's maybe giving you some, things that you could work on, or some criticism, or giving you something, because a lot of women hear that criticism and they just, take it as that man is attacking me. And then that makes their fangs come out, and then now it's a whole ordeal.
Right. Now you cutting deep.
Now you cutting deep.
I'm just asking for a little reciprocity.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So again, just remember who that man is. Remember how valuable, how special he is to you, and remember the place that what he's telling you is coming from. And if you do that, then y'all gonna fare way better in those arguments, and I don't even want to say arguments, but just conversations, and they're gonna get way less out of hand. But too many women take too much personal when all that man is trying to do is just improve the relationship.
Your mom and her one-leg ass. Shit like that. Damn.
I just asked when you was gonna cook for me. Why you gotta bring up my mama one leg? So, yeah.
Well, I thank you guys. I had something else to say, but I forgot. I don't want to hold it up, but I'll definitely be back on here to ask more questions, because I do need to, get advice. So I thank you guys
You
so
can
much.
also subscribe to the Patreon. $2 a month.
I'm definitely do that.
We'll answer your question.
I'm definitely gonna do that. I thank you guys.
For sure.
That's all love, man. Thank you. All right, man. I know we said one more, man, but we got the man himself in the building. What up, G?
What's good, baby?
Damn, look at his face.
Come on, man.
Hell, boy, what she did to you? What she did to you?
Hey, them Houston women dangerous.
I could have told you that.
Oh, you should have hit me, bro.
What she did?
Okay, hold on, real quick. Before you get into it, what side of town was she from?
Fuck. That's a good ass question, but I don't remember. If I remember, I'll send it back to y'all.
But she was from Houston. Okay.
Hold on, real quick before you get into it, man. Salute to Tawanda with the 20 bars. Showing love, man. We appreciate you. That's love, man.
Yeah, Houston women different from Dallas women, dog. Houston women a lot different from Dallas women. That's all I'm gonna say.
Found out.
That's why I gotta be a Dallas woman.
I'm about to get our whole Houston fan base. Hell no.
Nah, but I gave Smooth a rundown on it. Like I want to say about 2-3 weeks ago, because it happened. Well, I don't want to give out too many specifics, because unfortunately, I rep y'all hard. So she watched the pod, and I don't want to give her ass the credit of knowing she did this to me. But just know that like, I was talking to one of my homeboys about it, and he's like, bro, the shit you going through, you should have did this shit in high school, not as a grown man. I'm like, but I didn't date in high school, so everything that most people go through in high school, I'm experiencing now at 24. So the first heartbreak I've ever experienced was with her last year. I can't give a date because she gonna know, but it was a lot of I can't even fucking talk. Fuck. Self-destructive behavior. All the weight I lost, gained that shit right back.
Damn.
Stress eating.
That I did a lot of drinking. And what made me stop was because y'all know I'm in the Woodlands, right? So it's a Total Wine experience, like 6 minutes up the street. I could damn near walk there. And the manager was a black dude. And when I first started buying beatbox, it wasn't because I was supporting y'all. It was because of her ass. So I was overindulging on that and using y'all supporting as an excuse to drink.
Damn.
Then when I finally manned up, like, all right, bro, you fucked up. Go ahead, accept the fate. So I just started buying shit. And then months went by. I'm talking about maybe about 5-6 months. And the dude stopped me. He's like, hey, bro. He's like, are you all right? I was like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, man, the first time you came, because this how you know he was paying attention to me. The first time I came here, I saw you. You was nice and you looked healthy. Now you done put on some weight. He's like, I appreciate the business, but do you need some help? And that just stopped me. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just go home. So I put the bottle back, went home, looked in the mirror, and realized I wasn't who I was 6 months ago. And I was just like, I don't understand how people can just get into relationship after relationship and get hurt, because this heart, this bitch here fragile.
Yeah. I go.
And
We
the
all
crazy
go
part
through
was I couldn't even cry. I was just saying this shit. Like it was so bad. I was literally drinking on the job.
Damn.
Like I would be leaving my last stop, heading to some liquor store, drinking on the way home.
Hey, we all go through different ways, because I definitely been in a similar situation. Felt like I got my heart broke. I'm on Call of Duty 5-6 hours at night. Every week I'm going to the liquor store. I'm in the house. I wasn't trying to be seen. Like on the outside, everybody think I'm cool, but yeah, just like you, as soon as I was getting home from work, I'm throwing them back. I'm trying to, or go to sleep, see how soon I can go to sleep so I ain't got to think about nothing. I get it, bro. You just gotta come to a day and just accept what happened, because I think that's part of it, just accepting it and just understanding that, that person wasn't meant for you. Because if they were, they wouldn't have acted the way they did, and they would still be in your life. They would still be attempting to, be a part of your life. But, and grass is greener. It's always like, in the moment, it be seeming like you lost something.
Facts.
But then you meet somebody, who's like a complete 180 of that person, and you like, damn, I was missing out on this. All this time, I'm at home crying and drinking and thinking about this woman, when they got a whole nother person who would give me the world. You know what I'm saying? The same energy that you trying to give off. So yeah, that's a part of the game, bro. Everybody not gonna get it right the first time, and that shit is heavy. But luckily, you did get to experience it, so now you know what to expect going forward.
Fuck no.
Yes, bro.
Shit. Hell no. If I could go back, I would not do this again. I do not understand how people can do that to themselves.
You gotta have more control of yourself too, though. You can't just be all about that person. You see what I'm saying? You can't just give them who you are. You still got to be yourself and still operate. You can't just give them all yourself and then lose your identity. Because I think that's what you probably did. Like you just changed a lot of ways, changed just a lot of different adjustments, and then now you come like who am I?
Nah, bro, I think it is. I think that
what I did was from the beginning. What I did was and I've only been in 3 relationships. She was the first person that I could truly be myself around, and didn't judge me for none of my habits, none of my hobbies. I didn't have to walk on eggshells. I didn't have to tape in my mouth. Mm-hmm. And the fucked up part about it was, before what happened that led me to like not being with her, was I was telling my homeboy, because I'm like, bro, y'all know me. I'm real guarded. I'm real like I show maybe just a sprinkle of emotion until like I say you're my girlfriend, but she got everything up out of me naturally, her being herself, and it kept fucking with me. But when I tell you, like, cause I've written it before, y'all know I'm iffy with marriage and kids and love. I was ready to give her ass all of that shit. That's how dope she was. And it's like, bro, I ain't trying to sound like some female, but when I say a nigga soul was like on fire every time I was around her, it was like, bro, I could not stop fucking smiling. I'm talking about the big cheese in this bitch, like, I'm talking about, man, it was just like, and I could call him home. I was like, bro, this shit is fucking weird, dude. And he's like, yo, bitch ass in love. I said, if this what love feel like, shit, I should have been said, hell yeah, the thumbs up to this shit. And then look what happened.
What did you miss though?
What's up?
And what did you miss in all that bliss? As far as like watching the game tapes, you know, we say all the time, like after the relationship over, what did I miss? Because more times than not, it was signs at the beginning, but you was just so infatuated with the motherfucker, you might have looked past them. What did you miss?
Your fucking slogan, accountability. It's such a beautiful thing. I hate that fucking slogan.
It is. It is though.
Her ex.
There we go. There we go.
I was trying to like steer her away from that because she was.
She
you know
was
what?
still
Fuck,
cool
I don't
with
care
him?
if she know. I don't care if she know now. She was going through therapy, like on the cusp of it, and we was talking about it. I was like, "Look, dude, if you want us to go the long mile in this, like you got to let go of the good things about his ass, which was one, his mom and his sister. She held on because those are only two. Those were the only two good things about him that she was still holding on to, because she was still calling his mom and his sister special ed. So she always wanted a sister for one. So she got super attached to the fact that, you know, she didn't have a sister growing up. She had a sister even though it was with her ex. So she really like loved both of them. I was like, bro, we can't move forward with our life if you still hold on to that. And she liked the way I said that. And I told Smooth that, he's like, you gave her the realest fucking advice she needed to hear, that she probably already heard from her therapist, her family, and her friends. But because it came from you, it is hit different. And that's some other shit happened. That's what led to us splitting. But I don't give a fuck, you know, now. Oh, well, nigga. It is what it is. But
that's the same one at is titled after a Larry June song? The one you wrote in about?
No, hell no. No, hell no. That's back then. No. This is somebody I met in Houston. Not someone who moved back and all. No, this is totally different chick.
Gotcha.
Totally
Okay.
But yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, you got the lesson.
I'm sorry, what?
No, I say at the end of the day, you got the lesson there. That's why we say study them game tapes. Because if you would have told me that, if you'd have presented that to me as soon as you was talking to her, I would have said, hell no, get the fuck away from that. Anybody who's still that attached to an ex in any way, I don't give a damn if it's their kids, I don't give a damn, sister, brother, mama, we was cool. Just like we said earlier, somebody wrote in a question earlier, hey, how do you handle your significant other still being cool with your family members? That should not be. You break up with me, you break up with the family, you break up with my friends. That's how it goes. But if you making that such a point to where she'll argue with you about maintaining a relationship, that means she's still invested.
Well, it wasn't like it was off the rip that I knew. It was like after month 4 that she told me, because I never really asked about her, like her therapy session, because I'm like, it's not my business. So one day, I guess she felt the need to tell me, and we already 4 months in, never heard about none of this. So this is all new to me. Now, mind you, 4 months in, I'm already in my feelings. I'm already in love and doing all the extra shit. So I'm thinking like we finna keep sailing this ship, and then she dropped that bond on me, and I took my emotions out and told her, hey, look, we can't concede. If I would have stayed with the fucking glasses on, I would have told her, oh, you know, it's all right. You know, you can keep talking with your his mom and his sister. No, I said, you know what? Stop. That ain't good behavior. You need to let that shit go. But I was already 4 months in, and it was like,
Well, 4 months really ain't that long, honestly. It feels like a long time, but that shit,
it's a long time when you really like them. That 4 months started feeling like 9 months.
I'm talking about every weekend. If I didn't come see her, she was coming to see me. Because she stayed like 40-ish minutes away. She lived like not past downtown Houston, but like a little bit on the other side of downtown. I don't fucking remember. I ain't been in Houston in a minute. But it would take me 40 minutes to get to her apartment.
And you in the Woodlands?
Sound like Houston. Every relationship.
About
girl 40 minutes away.
NRG Minute Maid, one of them?
Bruh, I don't know.
That?
So probably stay in the loop. Somewhere in the loop.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you like this shit. So we went to Taste Bar. She literally can get to Taste Bar in like 15 minutes. The one that's right by what is that museum? It's right there.
No, it's downtown now, huh?
Yeah, downtown.
Yeah.
The Taste Bar is in downtown. It would take her 15 minutes to get there. So that's how close she was. But to me, it's 40 minutes still, because I was in the Woodlands. I can't think of the street name because mind over the place, but yeah.
I'm gonna hit you next time I'm in the Woodlands. I was out there for spring break for a few days.
Oh, brother, I'm no longer in Houston. I'm in Dallas right now.
What?
My boy done relocated all the way around.
Dog, when I tell you them self-destructing habits almost cost me some shit, I had to go.
Okay, I feel that.
Mercy, man.
Yeah, I packed up my apartment and I got the fuck out of there. I couldn't stay there no more. I was like, too many things reminding me of. No, I had to go.
Okay.
But I moved on for the better as far as like coming back home and getting my people. I'm finna go back to school, get my quality assurance engineer certificates and degree and all that shit within like 10 months. So I really was making some money, but it's just like I wouldn't have done this if I was still in Houston.
Yeah. Damn, big dog. Like I say, man, we praying for you, bro. You know that. Like I say, I just want to make sure that you studying them game tapes and you took what you need to take from them. That's all I need to know. Because again, that's part of the game. It ain't no way around it. You gonna experience. We all done experienced it at one point or another, but it's just a matter of learning from it. So I know what to look for. I know what to avoid. I know what questions to ask next time that we get into this situation, and then that'll save me some time, energy, effort, and feelings. Right. You know what I'm saying? So
and the crazy thing is, I wanted to talk to you about it when it first happened, but I typed such a fat ass message. For one, I couldn't send it on the Patreon. So I said, fuck it. I cut it in half. I still couldn't send it. I cut it in half again. I still couldn't send it. I typed so much that when I put it on the email, like it took like a good 2 minutes for everything to load. That's how long that fucking message was. Y'all probably couldn't even. It would have took the whole part for y'all to read the damn book I sent.
I've been reading that bitch for 30 minutes.
I'm trying to tell you.
I had to take a water break in between reading them.
Ali's interlude. Just for you.
Yeah, I'm talking about
podcast 2 hours from 2 hours to 3 with this question.
Bro, when I told Smooth that 3 weeks ago, he died. He's like, damn, what all did you take? I said, nigga, the whole from beginning to end. Y'all know the whole
space was there. I took it all.
It was done.
Nah, but it's all good.
But nah, he really kept G because he's like, this gonna stay between me. I figured he would tell y'all because I know we ain't like this, but it's like I do like when I do look at y'all like extended family because y'all niggas have really watched me grow since I was fucking 19. I'm be 25 this year, but it's like I figured he would have told y'all, but he really kept it G. He really didn't tell y'all.
He gonna keep it G.
Yeah, I say, bro, it's part of the game, baby. It's part of the game. It like I said, it ain't no way around it. If it don't happen now, it's gonna happen eventually. So get it out the way.
Yep.
And then the thing about these things that you learn a lot about yourself. Because in the moment, it be feeling like, nigga, the world over. I don't want to talk. I don't want to eat. I don't even want to look. I don't want to be out. I don't want to do nothing. My life is over.
Yeah,
but
my homeboy was mad at me because like, bro, you ain't answering calls. You ain't answering the game. You ain't doing nothing. One day, and that nigga Steven like, but where the fuck you been at? Then he saw how fucked up my face. He's like, damn, boy, you all right? What's wrong with you?
They real.
He's like, damn, I'm already knowing.
Niggas be glued to the couch or the bed, don't want to move. Nigga don't take a shower in a couple days. Haircut be a month. Nigga,
if I take this money out, boy, it's a mess.
About nothing.
That's how I go.
Yeah, but that's what happened. That's why I ain't been posting. That's why I ain't been in the lives and all that shit. Niggas just been at home, pressed as fuck.
Yeah, well, that's all good, big dog. Like I said, you gonna learn from it. Learn from it and rebound better.
Facts.
I go.
But I appreciate y'all listening to my another chapter in my life.
For sure, baby. For sure, baby.
We here for it, bro. We here for it. Like I said, you got some questions. You know how to reach out.
All right, I'm gonna let y'all go. I want to hold
y'all.
That's
baby cuz, y'all. Baby cuz Ali.
Yeah, my whole goddamn life story is on this goddamn podcast.
I go shit. He became a fan favorite. They be writing there referencing you. When they be
I know. I be because I still listen to the pod. I'm like, people telling me, yeah, I want to get all the screen time. You too late, bro. I didn't see my questions. I didn't met these niggas. Got one of them phone number. I'm like, you. Good luck.
That's facts, man. But yeah, like I said, you know it's love, bro.
All right, man. But I really appreciate y'all. And I left Smooth with the same message. I was like, I support, because I'm a walking billboard for you niggas in Dallas. I literally, if I ain't got the hat on, then I got my keychain or I got on the sweats when I'm not at work. Yeah. And so many people stopped me asking, yo, what's a Krew seat? I'm saying, straight up, if I can't fuck in Houston, They got a dope ass podcast. They talking about relationships, you name it, sports, whatever the fuck they got on the agenda for the day. They talk about it, and I do that because, like I said, when I lost my big cousin who had the stroke, like y'all was him, but splitting 4 bodies, and it's like everything I talked to y'all about, I would have talked to him, but unfortunately, I still can't. He's doing a little bit better now. He's able to like not talk, but he can like mumble now. But it's just fucking day by day. It's like I just keep praying he hurry up so I can like let him know what the fuck he been missing for the past 5 years.
Right.
But like that's why I buy everything y'all niggas drop. I try to post. Now I'm gonna get back to posting regularly, but it's just because I really appreciate you for it, and y'all have really like dead ass had a helping hand and molded me into the man that I am today, and I can't do nothing but thank y'all so much. And it's just that's why whenever I get this big bag with this engineering shit, just know one of these lives I'm gonna come through and I'm gonna drop something stupid. I'm just gonna leave. like my elephant, whatever the fuck his highest number, I'm finna squash that shit. Mark my words, y'all gonna clip this. I'm gonna drop something stupid and just leave the chat. But I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate y'all like always, and I'll holler at you boys later.
All right, bro. Man, be safe, man.
Already.
Yes, sir. All right, man. It's been a hell of a conversation, man. Hell of a question. Krew and A. Hold on, we got one more. Bro came through with the 50 ball. OG, what up, bro? Came through with the 50 ball before we got up out of here. That's love, man. Thank you. Bro say, I lead the biggest tool in bouncing back is accountability. When you focus on what you missed instead of the idea that anybody can hurt you, you'll realize you have the power to shape your next experience. And time heals all wounds. Stay strong, bro. That's real.
That's real.
I couldn't have said it no better myself. That's real, bro. And that's why I say watching them game tapes is so important, man. And without the and again, I know it's hard to look at it from an objective place because you in it, you going through it, you feeling the effects of it. But after that passes, you got to look at them game tapes and figure out what the hell did I miss. That's why I asked him that. And he said it. He said she's fascinated with her ex and, she was hiding information from me. She brought it to me.
It's always something.
It's always something. You know what I'm saying? But when you in it, that shit is hard to see because you just having a good time, enjoying yourself, and until it ain't fun no more.
I had a situation like that too. Luckily, I wasn't in love, but I was, I was infatuated a little bit and, definitely overlooked some things that I shouldn't have. But, you live and learn. I didn't, that particular situation, it wasn't like heartbreaking. But, I did intend for it to go somewhere. But just learning from my previous relationships, when that previous time that I really got my heart broken, that time didn't affect me as like the other one did. So my girl be mad now. You so nonchalant. I care. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But you ain't about to see it.
Right. You about to have me balled up in a corner somewhere. Hell nah. But yeah, on that note, man, we're gonna wrap this thing up, get up out of here, man. It's been a hell of a conversation. Like I say, it's gonna be a staple, man. Every Friday, y'all feel comfortable coming up, man, chopping it up with us. Y'all see we ain't here to try to clip y'all and go viral and all kind of crazy shit like that. We just want to have organic conversation, man. If y'all got any questions for us, we want to be able to answer them, help y'all to the best of our ability, because it's like we say all the time, man, this shit therapy for us too. Y'all be thanking us for the value y'all get. Shit, we appreciate y'all for allowing us to unpack and, because we learn from y'all the same way that y'all learn from us. So, let's keep this thing going and, again, see y'all on Tuesday.
Get y'all ass in the gym. Get a little workout in, man. Eat healthy. I'm on my Larry June shit right now. Been on my Larry June shit. You know what I'm saying? Get on the treadmill, walk outside, get some vitamin D. Stay healthy, man. We gotta do that too, because our community, we not in the gym, we not healthy. We got diabetes early, high cholesterol, all that stuff. Go visit a doctor. You know what I'm saying? Get your checkups, fellas. Prostate. Man, it's my shit. My time coming up. I gotta go get checked out.
Dread now. I know you dread that shit.
Woo! So, but for real, man, overall, man, just take care of yourself, man. It's good to have fun, but in moderation. Again, hit the gym, treadmill, lift some weights, find your trainer if you need to. Anything like that, man. We gotta progress and live long, man. Stop all this shooting and killing and dumps.
Yeah, I seen
that's a
that
whole
story
nother
earlier.
rant.
Yeah,
but
that's a whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation. But man, yeah, we got to be better for ourselves so we can be better for the generations to come.
It's facts. Well said, man. On that note, we up out of here, man. Y'all be safe. Y'all take care of each other. And until next time, man. We gone. Love y'all.
I'm sure.